Alright. So, as a note for reference, due to an error of counterspell towards the end of the last session that should have been automatically at a higher level and should have countered that fireball that had gone off in the previous session, we have appended that and ensured that everyone has updated their HP to match what they were at previously before the fireball had went off. So the combat will proceed as if that fireball was truly counterspelled and continue from there. We are at the top of the turn order, which will be the Arcane Knights go. And let's see here. Bring up the sheet.
Thanks again, DM. I'll try to remember higher spell level in the future.
Yep. No worries. Let's see. It is between you, Red, and you, Lycan, so it is going to go for one attack each with this glaive as lightning fuses around it. That is a 14 against you, Lycan, which will not connect, but a 25 not natural against you, Red.
I will. What's my AC? I'll shield.
Okay.
My last level 1 spell slot.
Alright, with that, it will. Let's see. Respond with that to anything for now. No, it will not do anything in response to that. It'll end its turn. This one will regain its reaction. And it will step 1 over. And then again, begin to attack, but noticing that Red has his shield on, it's going to throw both of them at you, Lycan. Even the distance. You have your arcane arms, correct? Already up?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll, instead of using bolt, because you do have the reach extension, it will have to use glaive, unless if it wants to attack normally. So we'll use the glaive. Those are 225, not naturals. Very consistent rolls, it's crazy. But that is going to connect against you for 17 at the first. And 13 plus 8, so 17 plus 13, 30, 38 total damage. Putting you on death's door.
Jesus Christ.
Arcane Knight here.
Ouch.
That is prone. Will push itself up and back. As it tumbles around, it will begin to swing upwards at you. T-Rex.
I'll.
Alright.
Let's see. Was it something you were going to do?
Sorry, go on.
Hey, was that a melee attack?
Yes, that is a melee attack. The knight has kind of
dis-
positioned itself up. Disadvantage on the first attack.
Yep.
Okay. So that would be combined to the first attack. So the lowest would be a 20 at disadvantage, which would connect against the T-Rex's 13. And then
Okay.
normal
Alright.
second attack. And that is going to be...
Before that second attack, could you roll my concentration check, please?
Yeah, gotcha. Con save. Oh, the T-Rex is... I give you this chance. Yes, T-Rex is set to not query. So I rolled that twice. Let's try this one more time. Saves con 18. Okay, so even though for some reason the sheet does not want to listen to the prompts on the sheet, so I just have to take the left roll because it's rolling twice. But with that, we don't say it's 18, so 18 will succeed on the hit. That's 19 lightning damage for reference for the first attack.
Okay.
Followed by the second attack with gang up hitting at 15 for 24 damage. And I have updated.
Okay. Thank you.
And that would be one more con save for the second attack.
Thank you.
Taking the left side, natural 20. You maintain.
Woo!
be the end of the Arcane Knight's turn. Lycan, it is your go. Mark you at red for Death's Door. There we go.
Alright. Sorry, just reviewing my stuff.
Oh, good.
I'm going to channel Divinity, Twilight Sanctuary. That in there, chat there.
Put up that 30-foot radius. One moment. There we go.
Light spear moves with you for 1 minute until you are incapacitated or die. Spear. I'll do the. Do I have to decide the temporary hit points or the effect every time someone's turn ends there, or?
I think they pick, right?
You
Or you
grant
can
that,
grant, yeah.
You grant that creature. So unless it's generally assumed, unless they're frightened or charmed, you're giving them temporary hit points.
That makes sense. Is that everyone or just me and allies?
Include
Everyone
you
who finishes their turn, right?
Yes. Whenever a creature, including you, ends their turn, you can grant. So it does technically include enemies, but you can grant, which means you give the permission of who actually gets the benefit and who doesn't. So.
Okay. Cool. That takes my action. And for my bonus action, let me just see if that is a... It is not. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay.
Uh, 1 second.
So that'd be 11 healing. Still leaves you in staggering for now. Holding there.
Yes.
Give yourself those temp HP.
I will do that. Is it 1d6?
Plus whatever cleric level you are.
Correct.
So 1d6 plus 3.
Not bad.
7.
Okay. Very nice. And then with that, once again, pushed back, half movement, reactions back. Disadvantage targeting Queen once, and then one attack normal at T-Rex. Disadvantage will miss Queen, 23 hitting T-Rex for 20, which is applied. DC 10 taking left side.
DM, does my equipment still function while I'm making Rex?
Your items are absorbed into the new form. So I do not believe most of your items that are active would remain active. That only applies for wild shape, if I remember correctly. Where items would extend extend with your armor, or with your morph, for example. Like if it was armor or a cloak or something like that, per se.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think it would, but I was like, oh, maybe maybe I have my cloak of displacement, but
Correct.
that
Yeah.
would be a little busted.
Yeah, for keywording, the target's gear melts into the new form. The creature cannot activate, use, wield, or otherwise benefit from any of its equipment.
Very specific, holy moly.
That's very legalese.
But let's see. No, Queen did not take any damage. It was a miss. it was only T-Rex that got hit, and it was 20 damage was applied, and the con save succeeded. Yep. Almost wounded T-Rex, but not yet. That will... Let's see. I think it'll burn it now. It is going to burn... some sorcery points to quicken a green flame blade targeting the T-Rex and passing the flame onto Queen if it connects.
Isn't that evocation? Cantrip?
It is. You also seen them cast Fireball, but you noticed
Oh,
previous that
ooh,
their
you're
hand
right.
glows with what looks to be a demonic symbol.
Oh,
When
I
they
assumed just
activate
because it
those
was a leveled
abilities.
spell, they did something weird.
Mhm.
Sorry to rules check the DM.
No worries. No, but you are learning about how the effect works, what they're doing, and maybe.
Alright, so we have to cut off their hands.
Let's
I don't have any swords. I'll break their hands off.
There you go. Is that going to work now? Yes, it is. Okay, perfect. So, Glaive. That will be a 14 with the gang up, which will connect. Therefore, that is 20 more damage to T-Rex, plus 1 additional fire damage, so 21. Putting in the wounded condition. And DC, I'll roll in just a moment. That passes 8 fire damage, however, on to Queen. And then con save, taking left side. That is a 21, you maintain concentration.
Nice.
End of turn, Kalor.
Ooh, okay.
Gotta remove some boards from the chessboard. It's pieces, sorry.
Move the whole board, explode everything. Activate the Duke.
Oh bullshit! Another fight. I'll pay you $50
Tactical nuke
for me to do
incoming.
for me to do another fireball. I've always hated Lycan.
Assume the banana formation.
What's my range right now? Actually, most damage has been right side, right? I think that's because they were the brunt of the fireball I did earlier.
As a reminder, as long as you know the location within 150, you do not have to have line of sight on it to avoid getting counterspelled to Fireball. That does not work for all spells, but that one in particular does allow you to sneak that way.
Sorry, just reviewing my stuff. It's
No worries. Take your time.
so checking the notes. Okay. What I'll do is I'll just poke out. Shoot the one bottom of Queen twice.
Okay. So before I forget, I need to mark that they're using their resources. There we go. That will certainly connect.
Nice. And that will not.
That will certainly not, no.
Damn, rolling a 2. Okay. I will do the coward thing and just go into cover again.
Any command for Queen as bonus action, or are you utilizing it for something else?
Bonus action. I'll actually do a punch. Actually, yeah, no, I'll punch the one below him, below her. Third round.
Third.
Actually, no. Guess I will not.
That will not connect, sadly.
Oh, I forgot. No, probably too late now.
What is it?
Me doing Arcane Jolt.
Oh yeah, that would
Yeah.
have been on the
Oh, good.
initial. Okay. So with that, that is no longer dodging on Queen, since they did take the attack. They do have the reaction available, though, to impose another disadvantage. Although, the T-Rex is more likely to be hit in this scenario, given the armor class. But, end of turn. Red, reaction is back.
Queen, temp HP.
That is
Oh.
true, Queen, temp HP.
Do I roll it
we-
again, or is it just the same roll?
You roll it. No, it's you re-roll.
Okay, I'll let.
Is it
Ooh.
plus my cleric level still?
Yep,
Even on
always
other
plus,
people?
always plus your cleric level, yep.
So that's 8.
That's it. I'll just.
Yeah, because it's a chosen trigger, so that's why you re-roll.
It's temp HP, by the way, not HP.
Well, I don't think I can do temp HP on Queen, so.
You can put it in the red and erase the red. The red doesn't have any value.
Okay.
It just means it's passive perception.
Nice.
But-
Plus 8.
Red, when you are ready.
Okay, I'm going to do what I try to say and try to cast a spell I haven't prepared, but I have it in my book. I don't know what that costs.
Okay. So as we had
Sure, that's not the spell I meant.
no worries. As I discussed, you would have to swap one prepared for the unprepared. in this
Okay, so
exchange.
I'm gonna swap one. If that's all right.
Yeah.
I'll swap a same. So I'm gonna try to cast Shadow Blade.
Okay.
So I'm gonna swap a level 2. We've got Arcane Lock prepared, and I'm gonna turn Shadow Blade on instead, and that's an
Okay.
exhaustion point.
That is one exhaustion point. That is correct.
Okay, and that's not even casting it yet. All right, so now I'm gonna
That is
cast it
correct.
with a 3rd level slot.
Heard.
So that's a bonus action I've done to cast Shadow Blade. So it's an 3d8.
Yep.
Plus my Dex modifier. And because I'm in dim light with Lycan's aura, I should
have
get advantage.
Yep. That
So
is
I'm
all
gonna.
correct.
I'm just trying to light up this lady here.
And it is an illusion, so it just goes through with no issue at all.
I don't know what I've done here. I guess 18 to hit, right? And then
Let me double check.
do I?
Cast at 3rd level. Let's see how this resolves. It's a little
No, I should.
broken.
That's at 11. I collect level 3, but that's 2d8. It should be 3d8 plus 4.
It's just a little broken. Let me double check what's going on here. Well, first off, it's bound as a spell card, which normally causes issues. Oh, higher level casting is 1.449. 1d8s? Alright. That doesn't make sense at all. Gotta bring out your decimals. Okay. Let's try a test run now for it. 3rd level. That is, okay, it does note the higher level casting, however it's not rolling the attack roll, so spell attack melee. And let's try this again. Turn on Elven Accuracy for the fun of it. There you go, that's
Oh,
the time
yes.
that's the time the Elven Accuracy to get a crit. And then let's check Shadow Blade to make sure it actually works. Casting at 3rd level. It is a little tedious for no good reason. For some reason with the Shadow Blade you do have the higher level cast and then higher level cast again when you roll damage to hit. Don't know why that's happening, but for some reason it
But it's not
works,
adding the
but
plus. It's not adding the plus 4 though.
Oh yeah, because it's not default baked into your additional spellcasting modifier. We'll just add the +4 for your base. That'll just only add 4 anyway because you crit, because modifiers don't double. But
Are you
for
taking that roll as
future
my
reference-
attack?
Yeah, I'll be nice enough to give it to you.
Right.
Let's see. Add
Anytime I crit
your
is when that DM does it.
add your ability modifier to damage or healing. There we go. And normal roll. Test check. Submit. There you go. Your 4 is added. Okay.
But that's 2d8 still. It should be 3d8.
I purposely did that at 2nd level just to
Oh,
test
okay.
it.
Right.
It was
All
an
right. So
additional attack. I just want to make sure the modifier was good.
that damage that you rolled 6 plus 3 plus 12 plus 5. That's
+4.
plus 4. All right. So that's the first one.
Yes, so that would be 26, 30.
Okay. I'm gonna hit her again.
It's at half HP, for reference, for the Arcane Knight.
Oh, they're only taking half damage from that? Oh,
No,
it is half
it's
HP.
at,
Oh.
at half HP or less, because
I was
now
like,
wounded
come
by the
on.
attack. No, it's not
And it-
resistant to psychic.
Okay. Alright. Elven accuracy. Yeah.
Let's see. That would connect.
That can't be right. No. So I should roll another d8 and then +4.
Why did you just roll it and it didn't add the modifier, but I rolled it and it did? That does not make sense. Yeah, the update spell max.
So that would be 9 plus. That'd be 16. I cast it from my hotbar at the top, not from my spell list. If that makes a difference.
You just need to refresh your page, it looks like, because I just did the exact same thing just to double
Alright.
check, and the +4 is working on this end.
Okay,
It only
hit and
shows 2d8
refresh.
because I purposely hit second level, but
Gotcha. Well, that's my turn then. I've done bonus action, 2 attacks.
it is, as noted, wounded, but it is also now close to staggering, just outside of it,
Yeah.
for reference. So you're getting back to getting good damage on these creatures. E, it is your go.
Oh,
You
temp
return
HP.
to- yeah,
So I
yeah,
get 4
temp
temp HP.
correct.
Yep.
Sweet.
Are you at your desk, or do you need me to pilot you?
No,
Okay.
I'm back home now. I'm at my desk.
Perfect.
I'll start off with a little battle cry. I'll give it a little, and then I'm going to
The Chewbacca T-Rex
bite.
heard.
yeah, it's a Fey T-Rex, you know. Who knows?
Mhm.
I'm gonna bite this one up top. Let's go for a bite. Nom nom nom. Normal roll, yeah. Please. I did a roll.
That'll certainly hit for 30 piercing
22.
damage.
Oh yeah.
As
And
it'll
then
turn the wounded
I'm going-
condition.
Oh, big. I'm gonna make a tail attack on the bottom one.
The creature's also grappled and restrained in the process as well.
Sweet. Tail 28.
I will hit. Let's see. 24 damage. We'll put it in the wounded condition.
All right. And I don't think there's anything else I can really do. So that will end my turn. I'll start Fortnite dancing.
Fair enough. Giant T-Rex, that is. Okay. So, you will notice now that more of these creatures are under half HP. It does seem as though more power seems to harness around them. It also seems as though the
Aw.
scales that are kind of bored into their skin, that kind of stone scale or almost stone man-like appearance, begin to kind of crack under the arcane energy that is being released. But we're not certain how that will trigger just yet, but you do notice it visible at the top of the turn order, as there's one in the T-Rex's mouth as it's Fortnite dancing. Whatever
6
that
temp for
means in this
T-Rex.
context. And 6 temp for T-Rex, which would go into its red. As top of the turn
Ooh.
order, this one is wounded, so we might see how they're going to pull out here. Which, let's see, going to be red. It will throw its first attack at you to begin, as if trying to see how you're going to respond to the first strike that it throws. Well, it will miss the first strike to begin with. So it will throw one more trying to target you.
Respond with my lightsaber parry.
And will also block that attack with your now Shadow Blade, as it will also miss. You will notice what is different this time is, as a bonus action, instead of quickening like the other one had did, it is going to use Pam, or a Polar Master.
Oh, I was
in
like,
order
who's
to do a
Pam?
bonus action. So Polar Master will not connect, so at all 3 attacks, it seems to get heightened to have extra attack without additional cost, but it does not seem to hit you at all, actually missing all 3 times. Fair enough. This one will go. It notices that Lycan's towards on the lower side, and Red is dodging all these attacks, so it's going to start with Lycan, then go to Red. Glaive. 29 off the bat. Sorry, 27. Math wrong. Without triggering critical, hitting you, Lycan, for 16 damage.
Jesus Christ. 16. Okay. Let me do some math real quick. Hang on.
Should be 9 after your temp. To your Red. It will
Right, just
follow
it hit me.
No, Lycan. It's gonna hit
Alright.
Lycan, then
He's
you.
talking about the health bar.
It had watched
No.
you dodge.
All right, it's all right. You're still breathing.
It will follow up its second attack with gang up at 25 against you, Red.
I'm going to use my second level spell to shield.
Okay. You notice immediately as that shield triggers, it will turn its head to one of the other knights on the other side of the field. And then it will go to Pam towards Red. Not Red. Pam towards Lycan is what I was trying to say.
Oh no, come on, Red.
But
Red will take it.
misses.
Hit
But it
me.
misses regardless.
All right.
But that, it did look like, without speaking to each other directly, they're communicating. This one restrained in the T-Rex mouth at the moment is going to cast Misty Step.
Red's like, that's illegal. That's conjuration.
Oh, reddish glow on its hand as it does so. And it will follow with flank and attack twice. Let's see. You'll notice that after it activates a spell, it seems that it heightens its next attack after doing so. And it does hit both times. While it seems to heighten, it only seems to heighten its accuracy for clarification, not its damage. But its damage is strong enough as is. That's 12 damage on the first instance, followed by 25 on the second instance for a total of 37 damage to 1 DC 10 and 1 DC 13 con save.
Okay, 1 second. You said 37?
37 total, and then DC 10 and then DC 13 con save.
Okay, that brings me down to 21. And DC, oh, with the T-Rex, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh. I can't. Can I activate innate abilities? I don't remember.
Yes, innate abilities, just not items to my knowledge. I can double check, but I always get that mixed up between that and wild shape because I played too much druid back in the day. I would double check for you.
Okay. Let's see. Favored by the gods, starting at first level. I can roll 2d4 and add it to the total.
So
Sorry, what was the DC for the second attack again?
13.
13. Oh, then there's no way. Only if I rolled max on it, so there's no point. I'll just
Yeah,
lose my T-Rex form.
I can
game
try.
game statistics. So it would include your abilities. So that would not activate its wild chip that I'm thinking of that allows you to sneak some of those over. You are simply a T-Rex, and that is all a T-Rex can do, is use its abilities as is.
Then I am no longer a T-Rex.
Heard. Now remove T-Rex to the Shadow Realm. There we go. Bring him over here. Alright, T-Rex down. E has returned. On the lucky side, you did put all that damage into the T-Rex and none of it carried over into you.
Yeah, pretty
But,
good.
That is the end of its turn. And we'll go to Lycan.
1 second. Just making sure I don't have any secret fun cleric things. Okay, I'm gonna punch this guy with my magic hands.
Maybe, because their scales are falling off.
That is 15 with gang up. That will not connect. Close, but not close enough.
Second punch. Boom.
That will connect.
How's he looking?
That will finally put him in staggering.
I would like to stunning strike.
Okay. That is 17. I believe we'll pass.
Oh, it'll pass?
I think it is
Shit.
16
I think it's
for
16.
yours.
Yeah.
Mhm. Let's go down here and it will. That should be 8 plus your prof bonus, which would be 12 plus your wisdom modifier. So 17 actually, so it just literally passed.
That's a shame. I'm gonna punch him again.
Go for it. Switching to bonus action. 14 will not connect.
Second bonus punch.
That shall connect. 12 damage. That puts near death's door. Burning another key point or not expending it.
Hmm. Do you need the advantage, Todd? Or do you reckon you can take him?
As long as you keep me in your aura. If you're bugging
Nah, but
out.
like, you'll be able to kill him, right?
Yeah, but if you leave, you're gonna take an opportunity attack and might get taken down.
No, I'm gonna stun him.
Uh,
But I don't want to waste the key point if.
He'll already have advantage no matter what as long as he's within your aura. So the stun
Oh,
will
okay.
allow him to
I'll take
redirect
him
to
out.
targeting
I
someone
mean,
else.
I get 3 attacks on this guy. I should be able to take him out.
I'll save the key then. I've already spent one.
Okay.
That'll be me. Let me just roll my temp.
Watch me get 3 nat ones now.
My earlier session, there was, I think I counted 32 natural ones on both sides of the field over a 3-hour session. So
Not now, games.
it is pretty likely could happen.
Let's beat that record, guys.
Queen targeted 2 attacks. Technically 3 because it's actually going to bonus action, burn 2 more sorcery points. In order to quicken a booming blade. Which will connect. That is going to total to 21 damage initially, 12 damage if Queen moves.
So 21 damage, or 13 off the thing.
As it seems to have casted a spell, its next attack will seem to be granted advantage. With that advantage, 21 will connect for 18 damage following up.
Okay, Queen's down.
With that last attack,
Heard? Yep.
I'm going to Silvery Barbs.
Okay. The Booming Blade initially, or the secondary attack after Booming Blade?
Do the one after Booming Blade.
Yeah, I'll do the one after Booming Blade.
Okay. So 21 currently, rerolling one time, taking the lower result. Result is 12. That will miss. It'll go to its last attack, or its second attack on its actual main action. It'll be normal.
And I'll give advantage to Kalor if he's around me. Where's Kalor?
No,
He is
I
not
am
within line
only.
of sight. Only other
Give it to Red.
allies.
I think Red already has advantage.
He has
so
advantage
from-
based on his all attacks.
For Shadow Blade, yeah, I do. So use
Okay.
do
Like
do
it
yourself.
Like it all
yourself.
yourself. Yeah.
I don't. It doesn't do anything for me. I have no attacking spells.
For your concentration, it does. It's any d20 roll.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then I'll give it to
Or
myself.
just a
Thank you.
saving throw if
I did not know that.
Yep.
I thought it was only attacks.
Nope. That's why it's a really nice spell. Yep. So with that in mind, third attack, last one is gonna be a miss at 11. So Queen is actually still alive
Yay.
for now. Kalor, here you go.
Okay. Sorry, my microphone just broke in half. So I'm just holding it right now. Okay, let's see.
That's
Let's
not
see.
good at all.
It's been held up by like a hairband for the past week, and I've been meaning to buy another one.
Just become the
Okay.
TV announcer for the rest of the session. Just hold it up. Today's forecast. A lot of bad dice.
Yeah, I'll become a TikTok personality as well.
Oh,
Just
no.
holding this large ass mic just close to my mouth.
Yep. Fair enough. What would you like to do
Okay.
with your turn?
Yeah. That's necromancy. That's Red. I'd have to run up. Actually, yeah. And after. Okay, sure. I'll feline agility and make my way up here.
Okay.
And then I'll finish this. Try and finish this guy off.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But revolver 1 connects, and with that one, I will arcane jolt to do extra 2d6.
Okay. So as you kind of run into the twilight space, kind of with your feline agility sliding in just before the barrel lines against the back of Lycan's head, you fire as it goes over Lycan's shoulder into the Arcane Knight's face, instantly killing it.
Nice. Okay. And then next shot will be the guy underneath Queen.
Yeah,
which
tinnitus
will-
begins immediately for Lycan.
Yeah, you're close to death anyways, don't worry. Yeah, another revolver shot.
Okay. As it swings
Is
around, it will be within range for it to respond, so it will use a shield spell.
Damn. Okay. Is that sorry? Oh,
Correct, it will get blocked by the arcane energy.
Yeah, should have healed Lycan instead of.
take your
Okay.
10 HP.
Yeah, I'll get 10 HP, but I will have Queen also repair. So
Okay.
15.
Heard.
Uh,
Placing the winning
and
condition
then
after HP supplied. And marked.
I'll just it's just 1d6 for the
Correct.
Twilight
Lycan roll. Yep.
healing.
Lycan roll is Lycan roll the 1d6 plus 3.
Twice because Queen's and Calor's there now.
Yep.
Ooh, okay.
To be honest, that little
Uh,
ability has put like
So 7.
40 hit points back to the party. More.
9 for Queen and then
7 for
7 for Kalor.
Twilight Clark late game is also very strong, so it also increases armor class. It gets nasty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, nothing else.
Red, shield down, reaction back.
Alright.
And as you go.
Who's bleeding the most out of the arcane swords people?
Top one, barely scratched. The one that has just shielded and is still shielded is wounded but not staggering. The one near E in the back is wounded, not staggering, about the same as the other wounded one. But
Okay.
only one of those wounded one is within the aura.
I was yeah, that's a good point. I don't actually. I'm gonna confront the one to the north only because I think if I run down here, we're gonna cop a fireball. So I will go behind it, not really behind it, but so someone can easily get in front of it, and I will hit it with a shadow blade.
We'll get
Oh,
plus
thank
1
you.
from gang up due to the reach extension from Lycan.
There, first nat 20.
Nice. That came out of second
It's-
level. Just
Oh, I know. I clicked third level, so I'll roll 2d8 just manually.
Also plus 4, because apparently again it did not.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
I'm using the buttons at the top of the screen to do it. I don't know if that makes a difference.
Oh, 1 second. Yeah, that's entirely why. You would want to click spells and then hit Shadow Blade from spells instead.
Okay, I'll do that next.
That's why I
So what was
so
that
confused when I
damage?
said
That's
6. Okay.
21, 31, 35 damage.
That is not enough to put into the wound condition, but it's getting it pretty close.
All right, I'm gonna hit him again.
Go for it.
Oh, that was a close one.
28 connects. Okay, that includes
15.
everything properly. Puts it wounded. Just barely.
All right, now I'm gonna hit with my offhand. Hit it with Blossom's End.
Heard. Connects. And applied.
Okay, so that was 25, 35. 60 damage on that thing.
Very big round. With that, end of turn. Lycan rolls the dice. And E. reaction is
5.
back.
If the temp HP is lower than my last one, I just keep my last one, or I do the new one?
Nope, you keep the previous one. It is just you get
Okay.
to choose if you replace it because it doesn't stack. You always just
I
choose the
gotcha.
highest one.
Yeah.
I gotta do some measurements real quick.
I was gonna say that is your name.
Damn. 30 feet of each other.
That is correct.
For hold person, so when you cast a spell using a spell slot of 3rd level or higher, you can target 1 additional humanoid for each level above 2nd. The humanoids must be within 30 feet of each other. So, like,
All
the
three
initial one
must be
being...
within 30 feet. It's not 30
Yeah.
feet past for reference.
Yeah. Yeah, so like this to this one. So I'd only be able to get 2 of them, right?
Correct. Yep. If they made a triangle or something like that, 30 feet for each other, that would be the maximum you could do. Correct. It's not like chain lightning where
Okay.
it's 30 feet past that individual one. They all have to be closer in proximity to each other.
Okay. I'm going to. I guess I will hold person on. Before I do that, I'm going to fly up and over a little bit. So let's go. I gotta move myself. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, and then I'm gonna go 15 feet up.
Let's see. I believe you were technically hovering at the ground when you had unrexed, technically speaking.
Yeah.
This
These guys, are they holding pole arms?
They are they're all polearm wielders, correct? So that is 10 feet.
Okay. Then I will. Shit, this guy is also within 15 feet of me.
That one doesn't have a reaction available,
Um.
but this one does, and this
Oh,
one also
okay.
seems to have a reaction available for someone entering its reach potentially as well, to keep in mind, because you do see that they're polearm users.
Okay. Then I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go 15 feet this way and then 15 feet up. But this
Okay.
one wants to hit me. It can. Whatever.
Taking the risk, heard. It's going to
Actually, here I'll
trigger-
actually go to here and 20 feet up.
Heard. Which is the ceiling. And it is going to trigger more than just a glaive. It is going to trigger a blooming blade with WC.
Okay.
Blade,
Disadvantage because of my cloak.
correct. Thanks to disadvantage, instead of a 20 to hit, you'll have the attack miss entirely, avoiding good old 33 damage. Very nice.
Nice.
And burn its
Okay, and then I'm going to hold person at 4th level on these 2.
Okay, this one will attempt to respond to that with a counter spell, targeting you. Which, unless responded to,
then
it would roll for it because it's doing it at 3rd level as a note.
Okay. 1 second. I gotta read the wording on counterspell real quick.
Unless you want me to counterspell their counterspell.
So if I want to, because if I try to counterspell their counterspell.
Yep.
Do I do that before I know their result, or do I see if their counterspell would function first?
That's what I was gonna ask.
I do believe that it is countering it on the stack, but before it resolves. So before it would roll to see if it succeeds, you would have to counterspell it. If you allow it to get to the point that it would roll to succeed, or if in this case it's because you know that it would be rolling. If you know that it's a direct level cast, then it would be the same thing. It's assumed that it is countering in the instance of you counterspelling. You do not know ahead of time whether or not it chooses to roll or not, technically speaking. So you wouldn't have that meta knowledge, basically. So you have to assume that it is going to counterspell when counterspelling.
Then I'm going to counterspell their counterspell.
Okay. And that should automatically be at 4th level because of Warlock. So that will auto succeed.
Okay.
Alright, I'll take your reaction. So, with that in mind, hold person is Wisdom saving throw 17 DC.
Yep.
First one just succeeds to the south at 17.
Okay.
One next to red will do the same attempt.
Can I silvery barbs as success?
You could, but would you like to silvery barbs the one that succeeds at 17 or the one with that natural 20 next to you?
Oh, they both succeeded and he used all those spell slots. Well, I owe it to Ecclesias to try probably the smug natural 20 guy.
Fair enough. That is also the one next to you. So with that...
That's a level, it doesn't matter, it's level 2 barbs, but...
Correct, yeah, they don't have any counterspell reaction available, so that reroll turned into a 9 and therefore failure. It is held first.
Drooling.
It's considered paralyzed. And you now hold concentration on the whole person since it did resolve.
We need to take a long rest after this.
Let's see. Okay, and then holding there at the ceiling E. Yeah, it will be.
Yes, sir.
It'll gain its reaction, but it is paralyzed. So that'll end its
7 temp for
turn.
Ecclesis.
Thank you.
And at the end of its turn, it will make another attempt to try to get out of the hold person. Alright, it just decided to shrug that off. That is a natural 20. Once again. So that is at the end of its turn, so it did at least lose its action economy. But
That was
is the
four.
end of
That
your-
was 2 4th level spell slots for
And
one creature to lose
and
its
a
turn.
and a second level silvery barb.
Yup.
Oh my god. Action economy, baby.
What a
Let's
fucking
go.
W
Just
Warlocks.
pissing away the spell
that's,
slots,
That's
just
what
to-
I'm hearing. W Warlock. Anyway, this one's gonna move to here and go for Queen. That's going to do a Booming Blade as a bonus burning. Two. Just for it to fail. Very nice. Let's see. Marked. And then action advantage on first attack against Queen. Dirty 20. 21 with gang up. Will hit for 14 damage on Queen. And then second attack. And last one at normal. 23 will hit for 25. And that should do it for Queen.
Queen's down.
And then with that, attacks are expended. It will look up towards E, not able to be within reach, so it'll complete its movement 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, and get to here. Lycan, it is your go.
I still get the gang up from here, right? On this guy?
You do, yep, so did Red, as you do.
Okay, I'm gonna just start swinging.
He'll respond with a shield.
We'll see. I'll swing again.
That'll not connect.
Um. Okay.
Normal of 2
Yeah,
item.
alright.
Key for 3.
No. It's 2 more.
Okay. 21 with gang up will just miss against its shield.
Yeah, just thinking about that. Fuck it, maybe I'll roll hot.
23 with gang up will connect.
Haha! Bitch!
10 damage. That is exactly enough to bring it to staggering from wounded.
I'm gonna. Hang on, let me check out where he is in initiative.
I can take it out.
Alright, I'm not gonna stun then.
Heard. Holding there movement wise.
Yeah. I want to give
Okay.
Red the gang up.
Action is back. It's gonna go for the no remorse play.
Oh, hang on, let me just.
Oh yeah, here. Yep. You will certainly need that for what's about to happen
No.
next.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, fuck.
Fireballs its allies. Actually, let me double check something. If I could have done it.
It's allies.
Yep, it's got a fireball placing it so it hits its allies and the party members as well in the process. It's not just gonna drop it to hit two of you. It's gonna try to hit E as well in the 20 foot, which will hit its ally in the process.
And itself, right?
Not if it moves back first. That's what I'm gonna try to say how it will move here.
Oh.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, that is furthest it can get. It can't get itself fully in cover. It's gonna mimic Kalor's action to get fully behind the wall before doing it, but doesn't have the movement speed to do it. So it will go to cast at this range, and it's gonna jump the fireball. I will throw effect for reference on who it's hitting. And as noted, it shows no remorse.
Oh.
It's hitting its allies and party in the process.
Is it getting me too?
Yep. It is going to get
Oh
you.
man.
As noted, it doesn't fully cover the entire area in that kind of visual line of effect, but if I set it to square and tint, you should be able to see the exact boxes that it covers, which it does include you.
Well, the good thing
I
is I get
suppose
advantage from that silvery
Fleecis
barbs.
Has a counter spell. Hasn't got his reaction back. Rip.
Yeah, exactly. he had it for the action economy. Play there.
Has the deck save.
That is a dexterity saving throw for the party, correct.
Does the dim light thing give me any sort of advantage?
Not
This
currently.
means you don't see it coming as well.
I think
No,
I
I
have
do-
advantage too
I-
because of
I
my
do.
silvery barbs.
Yes, yeah, because yep, it is your next 1d20. In this case, it's a saving
Yikes.
throw. Also, I do believe
Lycan.
later on, Lycan, it will help you, but right now, no, not at your current level.
Uh,
Oh,
For reference,
do-
Arcane Knight near red has failed. Other than Arcane Knight has succeeded. Also, some people are not going to look too good in about 2 seconds.
let me think real quick. What do I think the saving throw is? Would a plus 13 probably not good enough?
To use Favor's Blessing.
Oh yeah, good point. Good point. Thanks.
Sometimes they don't like Lucky does it,
And-
so I just want to double check with you.
and Flash of Genius would probably want help either like an or Quinn.
It could. Let me double check here. Yeah, so technically.
I think even if I take half, I'm probably still down anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, that is correct. Regardless, it is. Well, you're at 15 right now, technically speaking, because of temp HP. No, if you were to succeed, you would still be standing. Due to the current damage. So, with that in mind, it is just enough for him to pass, because technically nat ones don't apply on dex saves.
So what I'm saying is Flash of Genius and Lycan lives another day.
Yes, because E will fail regardless of Flash. For reference, it's 29 fire damage normally, 14 at half, which means Lycan survives with 1 HP.
Oh my god!
Because he rolled high enough on his temp to survive. Fireball.
River suffering.
Like,
How much damage is it? Sorry.
29 on failure, 14 on success.
Okay.
Also, it did kill the Arcane Knight in front of you, Red, for you.
Oh, we were just being friends.
Did you need me to roll again for Flash of Genius, or is it just?
no,
it-
it's
it adds
It's
5.
a flat. It's a flat thing.
Okay.
yeah.
you.
And the last
I'm-
one near the party is almost staggering after that, just outside of staggering after taking the damage of the fireball. And then E, that places you wounded but not staggering yet. Like, and you're still on death's door. And then red, that will also put you. No, you're just outside of wounded currently. Fair enough. That will end its turn, as is. Lord. Reaction is
Holy
back. It
shit.
is go.
Get out of the way,
I
Kalor. I'm running
am-
down there.
I am inside of the glaive's range, right? Yeah, that's 10 feet.
Yep, 10 feet. That is Correct.
If you just move up to there, then I can sneak between you guys.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on, hang on. I've had a brain fart. What's my range of my gun again?
Top of my head, I thought it was 80, 160, but I could be wrong. I might be thinking of a bow.
Yeah, that's bow. It's 40. It's 40, 80. I think. No, 40, 120. I think. I mean, no, it's either I hit the bottom guy or hit guy next to me.
Yeah, it is 40.
Heal like him.
That is correct. Those are your options. He's within normal range of your current distance.
You know what? Fuck it. We ball. I'm shooting the guy that fireballed us.
Okay.
Nope.
It's a miss.
And just to keep Fred safe, I will trigger an attack of opportunity going onto the bridge.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough.
I could have
Uh,
got past him, but that's all right.
No, it's all good. Just in case.
Here we are. We're here already.
We're here already. I need to sacrifice some health.
He does
And
have to donate
also-
some extra HP.
And also, yeah, it's reaction spells as well.
But just as a note, if as you were to step here and to get hit by this effect, before you would finish movement, you would be marked with
yeah.
a booming blade. Do you commit to taking that last 5 feet, or do you hold there? Because
I
you
will
do
hold
get
there
hit
then.
by a reactionary glaive attack, which will deal 15 damage to you, and then additional thunder damage of 5 if you were to move.
It's 5 HP, but like also I'm ranged anyways.
So yeah,
So
just as a note, because that would have triggered before you finish your movement in response there. So you'd be holding just a
okay,
little
so
bit short.
15.
Correct, yep. Minus temp first, so 8 into red.
Oh, there. Yeah, plus 7.
I'll get to pitch it straight
Yeah,
through the
oh,
wild.
I deleted myself.
It's just shadow rough
Yeah.
yourself.
I pressed
hold
equal
for
instead of
technical
plus.
difficulty.
Level come out. And
There you go. Okay,
So-
that's not going to return you to initiative, so we do have to get you back on initiative. Yeah, the
I
glaive hit
was-
so hard it took you out of existence. Fair
yeah,
enough. So 50, 0, and green. And then your initiative was
no, oh wait, no, it was just after.
12, I think. Right? Oh, no, that's
Oh
like
no, hang on, 7. It's
7, okay.
no, it's there. If you scroll down on the turn order, it's.
Well, I re-rolled it as 7 because it kicked you out of
Oh.
initiative when your token got deleted.
Oh,
that
it
was-
was after the guy that just fireballed us. So
Okay.
yeah, I think it was exactly 7. Hang on.
Oh, well, that's the case then. Well, yeah, it has to be because we were always after red, and that creature went just now, so that's 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
Must have been around 7 or 6. I just
Oh, we're so
perfect
lucky.
roll. Fair enough.
Sorry about that. I hope I never do that again.
Alright,
Yeah, end my turn.
5 temp after that, and then red. It is your
6
go.
temp.
Oh, 6. Oh, is it
3
plus
levels
4?
cleric.
You rolled a 2. Wouldn't it be 5? 3 plus
That's a 3.
Oh wait, I'm looking at
1d6, 3.
No, I'm looking. I haven't scrolled down because I was scrolled up to look for his initiative, and you had a 2 roll, and I was like, wait, what? I had to scroll all the way back down. You're good. I'm used to when it pulls you down when someone makes a new roll.
Amazing.
Makes sense.
It is correct. 3 plus 3 is 6. I do be mathin'. Red, your go. Reactions back.
Right. I'm gonna move 15 feet to there. Oh, 20 feet. I'll go to there.
Heard.
Right, where the hell? Okay, he's 20, 25. I can get to him. Got 50 feet of movement with the braces of celery.
And it just leaves you in the dim light. So, perfect enough.
All right. I'm hitting with Shadow Blade.
Okay. Go for it.
I'll just say something along the lines of, "The weave does not follow you."
I'm gonna shut
And
my glasses for you. That hits.
not great, but I'll hit him again.
Let's see. Yep. Hits. Applies, puts him at staggering. Not at death's door just yet.
Okay, Blossom's End.
Connects. Now that puts him on death's door.
Dang, thought I'd finish him. Okay, well at least he's
Very close.
properly messed up. What's the little skull with the 1 on it mean? On
That
my
means you have
token.
1 level of exhaustion.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's my turn.
Third E. On the ceiling, reaction is back.
Okay. Evocation doesn't work.
Correct.
No cantrips.
Although certain cantrips do work, just not of those 3. Do not
Oh,
work.
okay.
Level
Then
spells
I.
of those 3 have a chance to pass.
Okay, let me see. Okay. I'm going to do the only thing I think I can do. Where is it? I'm going to cast Mind Sliver on this one over here.
See if it could be enough to finish it off.
Intelligence 17. Actually, I'm going to quicken that Mind Sliver.
Let's see. Plus 20 is 60. It's gonna counterspell that as it sees this coming.
What?
It's its reaction.
Okay.
I'll counterspell his freaking counterspell.
Okay, then he dies. 8 damage is lethal for him.
Nice.
That was a 4th level spell slot.
Then I'm going to use my Rod of the Pact Keeper to get back a 4th level spell.
Staying on the
And I'm
ceiling
going to
and-
fly.
or-
Yeah, I'm going to fly 30 feet this way. So that's.
Oh, remember, if you leave the aura, you'll lose the regaining temp HP.
Oh. Then I'll go over this way,
Okay.
around the corner a little bit.
Heard.
Okay.
You're still in
And
the
that'll be
aura.
my turn.
Yes, still
Yep.
in the aura, correct.
Oh,
Nice.
Steps forwards here, 5 feet, as it moves diagonal, and Lycan targets you first.
I dodge it.
It is going to bonus action that to do a quicken spell, or to cycle for its
Money.
advantages. That is going to be a booming blade, but that will not matter in terms of the additional damage, as a 25 will hit.
I'm going
And-
to
Mhm.
use
Ah,
a 4th
shield.
level silvery barbs. Oh, does he have shield?
No,
The
kidding.
spammiest
Oh.
barbs.
Yeah, fair
4th
enough.
level
Fourth,
barbs.
fourth level
9th
barbs.
level barbs.
You love to see 4th level barbs. You know what? These guys are vicious and also probably extremely petty with their corruption. It's gonna respond and attempt to counterspell that, but it does have to roll against a 4th level. So, 1 second. 1d20 plus its modifier. Has to beat a DC of 14. Counterspelling the cantrip that get barbsing a cantrip that counterspells. Let's see. Just had to say it out
This is
loud and process
ridiculous.
it. He just passes with a 14 and counterspells the silvery barb,
No!
which means that does resolve.
Yes, I'll die.
20. It resolves for 22, which is 12 over your current HP, and that will put you unconscious. Dropping aura and fists.
What kind of light are we in already? Was it dim or bright? Or darkness?
It should have been dim previously. You had the extended vision from Lycan that made everything seeable. So you would have had advantage to begin with, regardless of the aura. When you had when you opened Shadow Blade,
Alright,
you
that's...
actually didn't have to stay in the aura, technically speaking.
Well, no harm.
But let's see. Okay. That's unconscious. Okay, that's unconscious, and then that was bonus action to quicken spell, so targeting Kalor next. And oh, that's what I needed to do. Remove the aura. I knew I was forgetting something. It will lean back with the glaive to wind up, reducing its plus modifier, but going for a heavier swing due to it having advantage. That is 17 currently to connect. To you, Kalor.
Shield. I have that right. Yeah.
Okay.
I have that.
Fair enough. That will save you from with the additional damage of 28, thanks to shield. It will follow up with its other attack at normal, and it will not attempt to do the heavy swing, since it just saw you throw up a shield. And 15 would have resolved if you didn't have shield, but with shield, it will block that attack. And it's turn.
Yay.
Lycan, we double check you into GM layer before you, or GM roll before you do a death save for me. There we go. Death save when you're able. Noted. Kalor, reaction back.
Okay. 2 shots to the only guy left alive.
Okay.
Yep, hit.
Next.
2d6 to Lycan's life.
Okay. Reset your death saving throws and gain 2 HP
Classic.
from the 2d6. Very nice.
Snake eyes.
And then roll over again. Oh my god.
These guys, it's embarrassing these guys lost to us.
He is.
Let's see. That is gonna be a miss. Isn't it?
Yeah. Oh my god. Owen, my turn there.
Is there just one guy left?
It's
There
just
is
that.
just one, correct.
Alright, I'm
As
gonna
noted,
go...
It is still dim, so you have advantage on him.
Alright, I'll go here. And some of them we've killed with psychic damage, so they're just death by nightmares.
Yeah. I mean, they were good aligned, became corrupted, and then lost to a group of adventurers that the dice almost showed could have gone differently.
We're doing 4th level silvery barbs. It was like their first day in the job.
They're like, I served for this. Gets annihilated. Star intensifies.
I'm counterspelling freaking cantrips and stuff.
Yep. Hey, do what you do to live another round. If you can.
Hey, do what you gotta do.
It is on death's door after that attack. One attack will
All right.
seal the deal if it connects.
I'm gonna feed it. Yeah, I'm gonna feed it my Shatter Blade. Oh no.
Well, maybe not. That will actually miss.
All right, Blossom's End.
Alright, likely that connects. The minimum damage is lethal.
Oh, that thing actually died from a sword.
Yup. Alright, with that, you narrowly survive as Lycan just regains barely enough to become conscious due to the weakened jolt, but enough to stay alive. His white bandages have become entirely browned over this time by the stains and blood.
Just open my eyes. Raising from consciousness, just laying there on the floor.
I think we need a rest.
I'll also
Alright.
use a spell slot to get Queen up yet again.
As
There was
a note,
There was a camp back way.
Yeah, that didn't seem safe.
you will see that the armor that they are wearing, their glaives seem to immediately wither as their remaining life energy fades, as if it seemed to be barely held up due to the affliction placed upon them. Their bodies actually turn immediately into skeletons that then turn to dust, indicating how long they have simply been down here held by animation.
Poor guys.
There goes the loot. Well, I don't think we have the energy to push forward. Perhaps we can make our way back to the camp, have a rest, and carry on. There's nothing should know we're in the dungeon.
Agreed. Let's I'm gonna fly over here.
I'm gonna use my last healing bandage on myself.
Here, I'll give Lycan the full chalice, so I'll give you 50 hit points back.
Oh damn. Jeez. He downs it.
So it's used
Oh, we
up
could go
until-
into another fight, guys.
Yeah, right. So that's just in case we get ambushed while we're resting. DM, I'm
Yeah.
gonna move myself back into that camp.
Almost back to full. Well, I'm ready to keep going. We should still have someone keeping watch while we rest.
Got it.
I'll do it.
I'll take
It's
first watch.
My dark vision won't disappear, so I will go first.
Are you
I'll
sure you
take
did
second.
die? Or almost die.
I feel better now.
Just drank some witch's brew, and you're right.
Yeah. I just had some Red Bull. Don't worry about it.
DM, I'd like to. If we are we taking a long rest?
You could certainly try.
I think we need to.
I don't know
So
if this is a safe place to do it though, because didn't the guy literally say no one should rest in the temple?
They did all go mad. But there's monsters nearby thing that prevents you from long resting. No, you could certainly try
That was a long time ago.
Those who don't heed history are doomed to repeat it.
Well,
Maybe
then we
let me
become
go
really
through
awesome
that,
spell lords.
Let me go through that poem
Well,
one more time and see if there's any
d-
warnings.
Explicitly every page mentions the corruption.
We can't
Those who
press
don't
on.
hold my ring don't get any mayonnaise. And I'm going to
No.
He's
Fill the
peacing
camp
out.
with mayonnaise.
tap my ring. I'm gonna drop into the ring and it'll just ding 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 onto the ground.
What corruption? I'm a ring.
He did that one meme of that black guy piecing out and fading away.
Just
Cleesa said,
Homer's
monsters
into the-
nearby. Sounds like a you problem. Disappears.
into the bushes.
I mean, we don't have a choice. We can't leave without maybe resetting that puzzle to re-enter, and we can't push forward. So here we are.
Do we have any spells that make like an area safe?
Yes, it's called Lehman's Tiny Hut, and I'll cast Tiny Hut.
Okay.
Is there any like chalk or anything around here, or maybe some rocks that I can use to scratch some symbols into the walls, DM?
Yeah, I would imagine there's some chalk in the camp, given that there was.
What, Lycan was here?
Just gonna scratch some illustrate symbols. Well, just around here and here, just so she can maybe watch over us as we rest in this layer of evil, and hope that she's not mad at me for working with Faye, if that's a bad thing in her eyes.
We have yet to see.
I'll pray to her too.
Fair enough. Alright. So as noted, I assume all in tiny hut. For a long rest and seeing how successful.
Well, if we're all in the tiny hut, we technically don't need to keep watch because we're hidden. Technically.
Technically, yep.
Do you
Could I
think
write a spell,
let's
DM, with
do it
my
anyway?
ink?
Like, copying a spell into your spellbook.
Yeah, I'm gonna write Greater Invisibility. It's all the way from Glassstaff's spellbook. I've been holding on to that.
Fair enough. Yeah, you could. As noted, you do manage to succeed a long rest. So you can apply all of your benefits. Everything except for
Hooray.
day resets. For a long rest. Reset for abilities.
All right. I'm just reselecting some spells. Hold on. But don't let that stop us.
Wait, so we don't get day resets back?
Not any day resets back yet. Just a long rest.
Okay.
It has not gone through an entire day yet. In game.
Okay. Let me double check something. Sorcery point.
DM, can you add Greater Invisibility to my spells, please?
Sure. Give me one moment. Oh,
It's a
tiny
long
hut
rest. I get them
being
back.
mean.
I think most of my spells are the schools that we lost. Most of my cleric shit's evocation or necromancy.
Greater. Could have went through for you.
Thank you.
I actually don't think I could have passed healing word back in that fight as well. That's evocation.
You would have to attempt
Oh well.
to roll.
It didn't matter anyway. I still took the damage.
Let's see. Yeah, because the healing word is a leveled spell, so you can certainly attempt it. Which is a hard success for.
I did that
level spells.
during combat, and I realized after that I shouldn't have done that.
Not good.
Oh well.
Oop, didn't mean to press that, sorry. Okay, I'm good. I have a few spells of the inappropriate school, but I know that you said you can try to cast them, right?
That is correct. A leveled spell you can attempt to cast. It seems higher level has a higher chance of success. Lower level has lower chance of success, but it is possible.
Okay, I should have tried to cast Liam's tiny hut then, because that's a hut is evocation, apparently.
Oh, interesting. I would have
I thought it was
entirely assumed the
abjuration.
abjuration. Yeah, I would have
Yeah.
also entirely assumed that. So yes, you would have had to roll to attempt that.
All right, what do I roll? I have a 4th level
1d
spell slot. I would have consumed for that.
1d100.
Doesn't matter the spell slot.
Nope, doesn't matter the spell slot. The DC is what matters to the spell slot, but it's always a D100
That's
roll.
crazy. Liam's tiny hut's an evocation spell. I don't know if that's good or bad.
That is not good.
All right, we didn't sleep in a
Just hear
hut.
the sound Mario makes when he gets hit by an enemy.
But hang on,
Or-
it's a ritual. So can I just keep attempting it?
Yeah. So in theory, you could. It would just take you would just be taking a little bit of extra time for reference. But yeah, technically speaking, you would have had to do that. But you could simply do it until success, technically speaking, with a ritual.
Yeah, that's probably what I'd do.
It's just not pleasant because you're sitting there like,
It's like trying to
just
it's trying to start a
waiting.
fire with like 2
Yep.
sticks.
Just waiting for it to resolve, and then it finally
Trying to get a
does.
spark.
A sigh of relief after it finally activates.
With my evocation hut.
Nope. Still wild.
Should be able to like throw it at somebody.
The fact that it does 0 damage and doesn't heal anyone is wild. That is evocation.
It's the same spell school as a fucking fireball.
I would have thought if it's not abjuration, the closest thing maybe conjuration, but you know
Or
what I mean, like,
illusion.
illusion, yeah, but not evocation. Well, is what it is. All right, let's see here. All right. Is everyone all sorted for their
Yeah,
level up?
oh, let me
Level up,
hit
sorry.
my level.
Jeez.
Sorry,
I
let me hit
Level
my
up!
feet.
Oh my god,
Oh
level up!
no, I
Woo!
cursed myself.
It's on record.
It's on record. No. Ah, for their long rest.
You keep your temp HP.
No. When you rest, it's lost.
I know people probably don't. I don't know if people remember this, but I also cast Aid, and that fades as well.
Oh,
That only lasts 8 hours.
that'd be done now.
I did that on my first turn. It would just gave you some temp HP and extended your HP.
You will
Yeah, but
level
that's
up
gone.
soon, but not yet. Sorry, I meant to say long rest. My brain just fired it. I blame it on the code.
Blame it on the alcohol.
Okay, let's
Copyright.
get going.
Okay. Let's.
Make sure everyone packs counterspell and silvery barbs. The only 2 spells we do. Uh,
And then you can move yourselves forwards back to where you started
yeah, okay. I'll just
from
move
last time.
back to that room.
Yep. And you have the
Okay.
option of door on the left, door on the right, or if you want to go back to that main hallway, you could go either way, further to the left or further to the right. Is up to you as well.
I say left door.
Formation.
DM, what day is it?
What day is it? I think it was Thursday last time, so it should be Friday.
Friday. All right, left door's fine.
I'm gonna scan this door for traps.
Okay.
With my magic eyes.
Perception or investigation?
Perception. Investigation. What the hell?
Nope,
Oh,
you
that's
still have to
private.
whisper, but that is a 28. Very nice. There's no signs of traps on this door. It does not seem as though it is out to get you for now.
Do I have advantage on perception as well through one of the items?
I
I don't
believe
need it, but let me just double check.
eyes you speak of. Not context, but something of that nature. I believe you do.
Oh well, doesn't matter. I open the door.
Door opens. As the door opens, you hear the rolling of dice, slamming of fists in the distance, kind of echoing through the chamber. It immediately bends to the right from where your character is facing, north on the map, forwards down what appears to be a hallway. What do you do?
I enter stealth mode.
As we go, I'm going to like fly and kind of push myself up against the ceiling and crawl on it like I'm Spider-Man.
Well, hang on, people. I have a new spell. Perhaps we should experiment with it.
Oh ho ho.
Greater invisibility. Who would like to scout ahead?
Lycan looks at the bug on the ceiling.
You mean Ecclesis? All right.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Ecclesis is greater invisibled.
Counter spell.
Friday after all.
Just kidding.
It's a Friday after all. You get to counterspell any invisibilities because it's Friday, obviously. Sounds good. Good invisibility applies.
You have 1 minute, so go up there and find out what's going on.
Does that make him quiet at all, or is it just invisible?
It is just invisible.
So they'll like hear his buzzing, or they'll hear buzzing and be like, "Is there a fly in here?"
Or
Something like
him
that,
like
potentially,
asking
yeah.
everyone what day it is.
Yeah.
Or they'll hear someone saying, "Suck my balls."
Or Ecclesis, go crazy for a minute. You're wasting time.
Oh my god, you're making it real hard not to do stupid shit right now. Okay, I'm gonna make my way down the hallway. Oh.
As you are invisible, I can mark that up. Actually, while you're maintaining concentration, you will notice there is a arcane knight. Seems to have the same stone-like skin that was apparent on the ones you had previously encountered. And it looks as though it is rolling a cup onto a table.
Ecclesis, become an invisible T-Rex.
Ooh, oh, that's very tempting. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna move up a little more. Oh,
Okay.
and I see a door. I see a door.
So, as you move forward, as noted, you do see a door to another room here. And then this one, it did seem like it had a door at one point. Oh, the map did not scroll. Apologies for those watching. There we go. You will notice that there is another one. It seems to be at another chair. And it is a table that has a incline, or kind of a few centimeter raised around the perimeter of the table, and it looks like that is to stop the dice from rolling off the table. And it looks like they have multiple dice, and they put up these cups down, and they begin looking at each other back and forth as if they're communicating without speaking.
I'm going to stealthily make my way downtown. Oh, this is too good. I'm gonna move up like on the ceiling above them, and I'm gonna transform into a T-Rex.
Okay.
Shape with flesh.
Yeah. So, that is going to be. You're turning yourself into a giant T-Rex that's going to land on top of them, and they can't see what's on top of them, but it squishes them regardless onto the ground.
This is perfect.
This is holy shit.
Alright. That is what the rules say. It only gets 2 of them technically, I think. Yeah. On the knockdown aspect of it. But obviously that is gonna trigger combat. Yes. That happens.
You think it's going well?
As you all just hear, as Lycan asks that, there's just a giant thud sound. Something massive just slams onto the ground. And I think that answers your question.
All right, I'm
As
glad.
quiet as-
I'm glad I made Quinn's night with that.
Oh my god, no! My initiative every time. Oh wait, do I do I use the T-Rex's initiative?
Yes, because you use all physical stat. Oh, you use all stats of
Okay,
them.
well,
You lose mental stats technically, as well, because it's not wild shape. So yeah, everything is T-Rex. You are just T-Rex. Your mind, everything is T-Rex.
okay. Then I'll keep the roll, but I'll just add nothing. They have 0 dexterity. It's actually a 3. My
Fair enough. It's
Can
actually
we
way
take
better.
break here?
Yeah, before we do combat, it is also about that average time, so we could certainly take our break here. Let's gun back for about 36 then.
T-Wise.
How many guys? I guess you can't tell us how many did you land on.
Well, 2 of them things. My idea was I was gonna be like as quiet as possible and see if they like attack me, but I think that they're probably gonna just start going crazy.
Well, they won't know what hit them, right? They don't. The last thing I'd assume is an invisible T-Rex fell on me. I think I'm just playing a bit of dice, and an invisible prehistoric animal falls on my head.
Oh man.
Did you damage them at all?
I'm not sure. Maybe we'll
Because
have to
that what
ask.
Lycan did when he was falling on people as the ape.
Yeah, but I'm also not falling very far, because like the ceilings are 20 feet.
Even if but if a T-Rex fell 20 feet onto me, or even 10 feet onto me, I'd
Yeah,
like
but
I would.
I don't know, because like the way I imagine it is like I start to kind of expand, right? I go, "Blah!" And the T-Rex is about 20 feet tall, so like my feet would kind of like touch the ground as I'm expanding. So probably just knock him down.
I was just looking. Is there a GIF for a falling invisible T-Rex?
Yeah, here, let me put up my GIF of a falling invisible T-Rex.
They'd be more upset like you knocked their dice over, so they don't know who won that round. I might drop invisibility on you, depending on what's around the corner, because I might need to throw some damage down, but we'll see. I won't do it right away, so you can have a few rounds with it.
That'll be good because why am I looking for a fucking GIF?
I got one right there. Oh, wrong channel. Still funny. What time is DM coming back?
I think like 5 more minutes, maybe.
I gotcha.
I'm back.
Yo.
My my new place is like covered in snow with that snowstorm going in Toronto. It's like 4 feet of snow covering everything. I've had to have my sister go by just to make sure like the intake for the furnace is still uncovered. There's so much snow.
Oh.
Like crazy dump.
I didn't know
Living
that there was a snowstorm going on.
Yeah, well, see that plane flipped upside down. I've never known a plane to flip upside down before.
Wait, what?
Yeah, a Delta Airlines plane in Toronto landed and flipped upside down on the runway.
My wife was showing me that.
How
That was wild.
how
There's a
did it
video of
flip
it.
upside down?
There's a video of it. It's wild. It lands and it literally barrel rolls once it hits the ground and flips upside down and breaks the wings off and like lands upside down.
It basically
Because of the ice?
yeah, it basically
It's not really known
as
what
they
happened.
it looks they don't exactly know what happens, but like when you watch it, the only way you can imagine just by visual is that it as it tried to land, instead of like braking, it accelerated it unevenly and caused it to go tipsy, and that tip caused
And
it
just
to broke off the wing, exploded, then flipped over.
so it was a small plane. Everyone survived. There's like 35 people on board, but it's like I first thing I saw was the like the aftermath. Like plane flips upside down on Toronto Pearson Airport. I was like, how does a plane flip upside down on the runway? It's like what the hell? It's mad. There's a video of the landing, and it doesn't make sense in your head when you see it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Oh my god.
Yep. There's another. The first video my wife showed me was one of the guys getting out of the plane, literally saying, "I just survived that. What's going on?" Something like that.
And Delta Airlines is only giving everyone $30,000 in compensation.
Jesus Christ. I'd like to say if that happened to me, I'd never fly again. But at the same time,
Hey,
I
Chuck,
kind of need to fly.
Chuck
I
Yeager said any landing you can walk away from is a good landing.
I was gonna say I'm in a similar position. I would still be
Okay.
committed, but uh, back to invisible expanding T-Rex.
Is that a new one for EDM?
Yeah, I mean, I've had very large creatures go invisible before for comedic effect,
Invisible flying T-Rex.
but not one that just expands into a room.
Are they surprised by chance?
Yeah, they are. They are completely
Cave.
surprised. Because they didn't take any damage, they will not get to act this turn. For reference as well. So, also let me grab our combat music back up here again. We were just getting settled in with the dungeon music, and we're right back to expanding T-Rex combat. So the two creatures are
Nice.
knocked prone by the expansion. They're uncertain of what's exactly happening at the moment. But it is surprise, and since turn no longer surprise, as it watches the table just get crushed and, and the two guys get knocked onto the ground prone. Reddit is your go.
Bonus action blade song,
Heard.
and then I will.
I will say solely the
Is
reason
it-
why you guys are not surprised is you expect something bad was gonna happen. You can't. The ability to be invisible.
5, 10, 15, 20, because it's double movement to get through Lycan, right?
Correct. Yep.
Oh, I see someone up there. So 20, 30, 40, 45. I can't get to him, so I'm gonna hit him with magic missile from my sword.
Sure.
Where the hell is that spell? I don't have it in my spell list. It's an innate magic item thing.
Yep. 1 second. What level?
It's just a part of the sword. I don't know if it had a level on it. It's part
Oh,
of the
just-
Blossom's End.
Okay. Let's see.
Once per short rest, you may cast magic missile at first level without expending a spell slot. The missiles deal an extra 1 point radiant damage per missile.
Okay. Then with that, he will have had his reaction back as he did surprise, not surprise, but he is seeing the magic missile, not expecting it to have that extra radiant damage packed into it, so he's going to take the damage instead of shielding. So added to your sheet, you should have magic missile now in your first level spells.
Okay,
I would
let's
update your
click
macro
that.
right away, but it'll be just
Let me
3
just
additional
hit-
damage.
Alright, let me hit refresh. Hang on.
It won't update on your macro at the moment, but it will be on your spells at the bottom of first level.
Just I hit refresh on roll 20. It's doing that. Okay, here we are. I'm back in. Okay, yeah, you're right. It's not on my macros. Apologies, guys. Just clicking through my menus.
You can also do 3d4 plus 6 as well, would also work in this scenario. So that'd
So
be
10
7
damage.
plus 3, 10, yep. Heard.
And I have 5 movement left. I'm gonna tuck into cover there.
Also heard. Therefore, end of turn, Lycan, here you go.
Okay, let me have a look. See, there's a big thing. Gonna think that's a fairy. Alright, that's what, 5.
Technically speaking, the big thing you don't see, because that is actually the invisible T-Rex for the time being.
Ah, yes. I see them fighting.
You just see them squished, and just barely reacting to what's they're being squished by, which no one sees. So it's very
Have they
confusing.
seen me and Red yet?
Yes, they would have saw Red after he got magic missiled on the side,
Okay.
and would now see you as Red stepped in the corner.
Hang on a second. They're surprised still, right? Is that guy surprised?
Two
That guy's
that are
not surprised.
prone are surprised. The one that is not prone is not surprised.
Damn it! Um. Okay. This might fuck Red over.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know what spells you have, but I'm gonna cast Silence over this area.
That's fine. I can deal with that, mate.
So just to stop them from. I don't know
That's
if
a good idea.
fireball
No, that's
requires
a great.
vocal.
No, that's a great move. Good shout.
Okay. Reaction counterspell. For the one that was
Fuck.
no longer surprised.
Well,
No
in that
response.
case, I'll move up then.
Okay.
I've already cast a spell, so I guess I'll bonus action summon my arms.
Alright.
Wait, I can't do that as a bonus action, can I?
No, actually, I believe it is an action to do. If I remember.
Alright, I won't do that then.
Alright.
I'll just make an angry face.
Angry face is heard. Prone and surprised. No longer surprised. End of turn. Prone and surprised. No longer surprised. End of turn. Queen. Oh, technically it wouldn't be. I see what happened. Kalor had rolled for queen.
It is interesting because I swear I had.
I also rolled 8 again for you. Perfect.
Amazing.
But it is your go, technically.
Yep. So. There. I do not want to grab Queen, I want to grab Kalor. Just move Queen aside for a bit. I will cast Haste on Lycan.
Okay.
It's a trap.
It's what?
He's gonna
It's
drop it
alright.
immediately. It is 30 feet normally, though.
Oh, it is 30 feet. Hang on, how far is that? I've misjudged.
50.
50.
Currently.
Yeah, hang on. There.
You could do it on red. He's hiding out here. You can see him.
Red's probably statistically less likely to get hit.
And
Lycan always gets hit.
yeah. I'll
That is within range.
rather should I leave it up to coin chance, heads, Lycan, tails, red?
Whatever you want. Honestly.
Your spell slot.
It's my cell slot, but also I drop it immediately. No.
Cast
If
on the
I just
enemy, then
decide
drop
I'm
it.
not willing, does that mean that he
And that has to be
gets the
willing.
spell slot back?
Yeah, because they're funded, but it takes his action.
Alright, well, I am willing.
You are willing? Yeah, okay. Lycan, don't die on me again. And hang on, I just need a.
I'm doing my best. It's not my fault everyone hits me and does fucking 30 damage. Whenever I
Yeah.
hit someone, I do fucking 7 damage.
I'll hide my stuff here.
Okay.
And I think I can just go here. Queen. Yeah, it was here. 5, 10. Oh, I closed the door. Oh, she is off access now.
This would be 20.
Yeah, 20, 30, 35, 40. Sprint.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll order a sprint.
Alright.
Okay, there we go.
Heard. Giant invisible T-Rex. What shall it do?
I am going to. Let's go ahead and bite. Bite the one up above me.
Okay. Go for it. You have advantage because it's prone, and that's a melee attack within 5 feet of it.
Nice. That's 20 total.
That is no additional gang up, so it did have its turn, so it's gonna use its reaction to shield to prevent that bite.
Okay. Then I'm going to tail attack the other one here.
Okay.
Also advantage.
Yep, correct. Also advantage.
Nice. 28.
That will certainly connect. It cannot shield to stop that, so it takes 22 bludgeoning. Very good damage.
All right, and then that's going to be my turn. Actually, I'm going to move. It's a little bit here. Yeah, that'll be good.
Reaction's back. This one will go. It is going to quicken spell and go at T-Rex at disadvantage. Because it does not know what it's hitting. Could be a giant chicken, giant inflatable tube man, but big, heavy thing is moving and knock down allies. And it's gonna swing an exclave at it and see what happens. It avoids a crit, but a 15 will still connect.
All right.
And has a booming blade as well, so that is 22 plus 5 is 27, making it a 13 DC. And 27 damage.
Okay.
10 damage if you move.
Okay. Con save with the T-Rex, right?
Correct.
Are you serious? I can't use my
Nope.
my ability.
You are
Ah!
T-Rex,
Oh
nothing else.
no! Oh.
It's
And
somehow
speaking
lasted.
of T-Rex, you are no longer T-Rex. Though you are still invisible, so technically speaking, aside from the fact that one guy is not being squished, they don't know where you are entirely because you are now just hovering in the air. On the upside,
Am I like in the middle, or am I like
you're in
still up
any
towards the
one
roof?
any one spot that that creature occupies, you can be once it shapes out, basically. So you can keep yourself
All right,
at
I'm
the
gonna
roof.
I'm gonna keep myself at the roof.
Okay. And then as noted, you're still invisible, and that damage that would have been dealt wouldn't carry technically over to you, because it would all resolve on the Rex, and then it would fade, and then it will throw one attack which automatically misses to gauge that it can understand that you are not actually there anymore. And because of that, it will use its secondary attack at normal to target Lycan with his haste. Well, it was nice that you have haste, Lycan. And
Haste is concentration for Kalor, right? Or is it concentration
Yes.
for me?
No. No. So it's for the caster, but it did increase your armor class by 2. Though a critical does not care about that, I'm afraid. Right.
Oh my god.
So is he hit?
He is hit. He is hit by a critical attack.
All right. I'm going to silvery barbs that.
Hurt.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
You haven't seen the reroll yet.
25 will still connect, but it will not be a crit, so
Oh,
severely
Fuck
less
me.
damage. That is 15 damage instead of 41. So 15.
Jesus Christ.
And that will end its turn. Red. It is your go.
Oh, Ecclesis, I don't know if I need to drop concentration. I know the T-Rex is gone. He's in the
Yeah.
rafters. He's safe.
Yeah, up to you.
Step out this way, so 5.
I guess I'd imagine you would know your source of holding invisibility got a lot smaller. Be the
10,
way to identify
15,
smaller
20. Oh,
T-Rex.
so Ecclesis is in the air, right?
And in the air, invisible, yeah. I would say you know the source of where your invisibility is because it is your spell, so you would know that he's no longer a T-Rex and he's up there.
Okay, I'll go here, and I will... Is it dim light?
Yes.
Well, we're gonna get a 3rd level Shadow Blade.
Heard.
I'll mark that off. Okay, and I'll hit this guy.
He will go to respond to that actually. As you go to materialize and cast the Shadow Blade. And attempt a 3rd level counter.
4th level counter.
Okay, that resolves. You maintain the spell. That was concentration for Shadow Blade.
Yep.
So invisibility drops. You are now visible on the ceiling.
He just doesn't want to get hit with a Nightmare Stick, so Shadow Blade.
I mean, if you could stop someone from summoning a Nightmare Stick, wouldn't you? Fair enough. I suppose. But go for it. 24 hits. Slide.
Alright, I hit him again.
Hurt. Hits thanks to gang up.
I can never tell if it's working, that elven accuracy, but it's alright.
Yep. Every time you hover over the right one, it shows. You just rolled a 4 and a 2 on your elven accuracy that time.
Standard.
Yup. Still 32 damage.
So I'm gonna go movement left. They like to fireball and they don't care about who gets hit.
That is true. They did incinerate their own allies to guarantee they damage enemies.
If I went there, then I don't get opportunity attacked, and I'm right in the middle, aren't I?
Correct. Yeah, normally that guy might have a chance to trigger once you step into his area because he does have his reaction. But it's the fact that he has not actually had his turn yet to materialize his weapon, unlike the others have.
Okay, I think that makes tactical sense, because if they fireball, everyone's gonna get a piece.
Alright. Then it'll go to Lycan.
Okay. I will move here. I move there. This guy's gonna. This guy doesn't have his weapon out. You say?
Not yet. Nope. Not.
Can he do that in a reaction?
No. He would have done it to red if he could.
All right. I'll move here, and I'll summon the Astral Arms.
Fair enough. I'll trigger on 2 of them to make saves.
Is it 17? You said?
Yes, 17 is your new DC with your modifiers.
Nice.
Left fails, right succeeds. Left takes half, right takes full, and then it is
2d6?
your 2 of your hit die. Or hit die.
What is it?
Punch
Am
die.
I on
Should
D8s
be-
now, or is
should
it still
be
D6?
Because your gauntlets are 2 and 2, so that's scaled your punching
That's
power.
right.
Which also scales these. So 10 damage. Left takes 5 for succeeding. Right takes it was left that failed. Left takes 10. Right succeeded. Right takes 5. Left takes 10. Applied. Right is almost in the wounded condition, and left is close but not there yet.
All right. So, well, for my normal bonus action, I will astral punch this guy.
Okay. Right. Connects. 20 with gang up. 6 damage. Applied. He is wounded.
I will do it again.
Hits. There we go. That's a good damage roll. 10.
And
Applied.
hasted action, I'll punch.
Go for it. Connects. 11.
I'll punch again.
Almost staggering after 11. Does not connect at 12.
Does haste give me another bonus action?
No, haste
Round.
haste gives you one additional limited action, which you can use to make one melee attack or to dash or something of that nature.
Okay.
But you can use haste if you wanted to, for example, because you just use your action for your arms, you could use the haste to trigger so you can bonus action attack. That's what haste would do.
Right, so that's what I've done basically.
Correct, yep. So like, for example, if you wanted to cast a spell, you could use the haste to attack, and that would trigger allowing you to attack as your bonus action. Things like that would allow you to combo. But it only gives you one extra attack with haste.
Right. Okay, so I'm out then.
Yep. As noted, it is just outside of staggering after your last hit. It's going to get up from being prone, materialize its weapon. And let's see. Red, it is going to go after you after it steps here. Technically, underneath of E. And it's got a bonus action to quicken. Starting off with a blooming blade against you. That is a natural 20, I'm afraid.
Oh, what the Frank? Barbs.
You had used your reaction to counterspell and has not got back to your turn.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I was about to barbs, but same dealio.
Same situation, that is correct.
What did I counterspell again? Oh yeah, the
Yeah, he tried to
Shadow Blade.
counterspell your Shadow Blade and you counterspelled that back, so you can
Oh,
maintain your Shadow
okay.
Blade. That's correct.
All right, I'm taking it.
Alright, let's see. Roll the additional damage real quick off the Booming Blade trigger. Okay. Oh. I put the wrong brackets. There we go. So that is at base damage 37 total damage
Okay.
and 17 if you move.
Ugh. And what's my con save I gotta make?
37, which would be 18.
Okay.
You succeed.
No problem.
That was its bonus action to quicken. So it would go for its first attack on its actual action. Because it did that, it gets advantage on the first. That is 22, which will be 24 with gang up. So that will connect for 24 damage total.
Okay.
And a DC 12 con save this time around.
Yep. Let me just do the damage. Minus 24. And then save.
That will also succeed. The last glaive will just miss at 21 after gang up.
Oh, someone
Look at
take
you
me
on
to a licensed
Discord.
cleric.
Man, fuck you. I'm standing right here.
Problem with it is immediately after he goes, the other one will go.
Oh, this is like the punishment room. I liked it better when the invisible flying T-Rex was in here.
let me stand in front of them to avoid the fire so the fireball to explode themselves. Opens a glaze. Well.
I forgot. I like that was an oversight that I'd burn my reaction. To be honest, I wouldn't have done this had I known shield wasn't available. But here we are.
It is going to repeat the exact same process the other one did. Rinse and repeat
Ugh.
of booming blade trigger.
Bleh.
Does that chalice refill on a long rest?
It does, but I
It
can't
does.
drink it if I'm dead.
That is a problem. With
Making
gang
sure
up, that
someone
is
could give it to you.
19, so that doesn't hit on its bonus action for its quicken. However, it does give advantage for its first attack as its action. That turns into a 24 for 21 damage, and that is unconscious.
Good night, everybody.
Rest in pepperoni, my boy.
And it will actually not need to move at all. It's going to look over to Queen and give the last attack at normal to Queen. That is going to hit Queen at dirty 20 for 12 damage. And a turn, Kalor.
Okay. My microphone is currently resting on my keyboard, so I will. Can I quickly just get Queen's Vision off for a second? I need to see if I have line of sight on red.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. Oh yeah, I definitely have line of sight. Okay, I will shoot. Hang on, is this guy shielded? Or
He is not shielded, no.
okay.
It was from a counterspell trigger. That's why his
Okay,
reaction is suspended.
revolver shot.
That
hit.
will connect. 19 for getting up.
Then 2d6 healing red.
Heard.
6.
More than 2 preferred. Nope. 2 again.
Oh my god.
But, you know, health is health.
Health is health. Revolver shot again.
Heard. 25 hits. Is also lethal.
Also lethal? Nice. Okay. Back into the hole I go.
And I believe it should be me. I was removed from the
Oh,
turn.
I just tried to
turn
remove
order.
I just tried to remove the knight, and I think I just removed you. You are right.
Wow.
Red 3.
I think it was because I was the T-Rex at the time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it is. It's
'Cause it was- Yeah, I've
Oh,
been
I
gone.
didn't mean to re-roll that knight. Or just no.
Here, should I just roll back into initiative, I guess? And then just change it to 3?
Yes.
Because it should.
Yeah, correct. That's how it would be.
Why is it T-Rex? Oh, because I'm...
Oh, because you probably have the macro bar at the top still for T-Rex, maybe.
Yeah. No, I was my name. I was rolling as the T-Rex.
Oh, gotcha.
I
But
don't
it
have
was
a picture.
selected on your token for some reason.
And then
There we go. I got you in.
there we go.
Thank you.
Problem is, I accidentally re-rolled that guy's initiative trying to get yours.
It was. I think he was the one before me, or
There was a 22. There was a 12. I think. Let's see. This one has still an initiative. This one's still an initiative. Yeah. Okay. No, he attacked. He's the one who first started attacking red. And then it was the other one who attacked red. So he has to be higher. He has to be like 14 or 15 or something. He already had his
there we
turn.
go. Yeah, that looks good.
So then
And then finally after that, Queen will just move over here and will punch the one between Lycan and Queen. For some powered rend.
Sorry.
Okay.
Good. Oh, the first bar got rank got bumped up by the suggestion. Let me see. 23 hits.
Yeah, 23 for 5 damage.
Okay. That was top or bottom, for reference.
Bottom.
Okay.
Clinking with Lycan.
Hits. Almost wounded. Still just injured for now. Red,
All
you
good.
are prone. Regain consciousness. Any of your other
Wait,
abilities
what
were
about
dropped because of
me?
incapacitated. You still have, for the time being, booming blade set upon you, but that doesn't trigger when you stand up for being prone, so you're
You
good.
skipped
You skipped the
Ecclesias.
Ecclesias.
Oh, I did. Why did I? I'm
Because
sorry.
I
Goes
interrupted
in.
the Queen, I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm moving the arcade knight just so you can. I can check that. Okay, there you go. You're good. All right, E. Sorry. Here we go.
All right, wonderful. I am going to cast Hold Person at 4th level on the 2
All right.
knights here.
The war begins. Counterspell.
4th level counterspell.
He's only at his 3rd level, so he's gonna have to roll unless you are gonna respond. Okay, got it. You're 4th level responding, so that will immediately counter. So it is wisdom save for both.
Yep. 2 4th level spell slots for
The combo again.
no one did. Woo! Let's go!
23 success on the first one.
Fuck! Wait. Somebody barbs? No, nobody can barbs. Wait,
9. One
wait.
fails.
Let's go!
Bottom one fails, top one succeeds. You're now maintaining concentration. Let me move this guy so I can mark it on your token.
Maybe I shouldn't do that. Because it's 4th level. When they counterspell, they have to roll anyways. Shit.
Yep.
Alright, next,
But you're
note
leaving
to
up to
me,
chance.
next
You're leaving
time
up to
don't do
chance,
that.
though, is the issue.
Yeah.
You
So-
can't counterspell after you know the result. Is the issue.
If
You
you're
have
held,
to
is it
protect yourself.
auto crit?
Yes. If they are hit by a melee attack, it is auto crit. Not if it's a range attack. Has to be a melee within 5 feet.
I'm gonna get to my fate, and I'm gonna unload on this guy.
Yep.
So, with Blossom's End, I'm gonna booming blade him.
Hurt. Yeah, gonna do his combo against him against paralyzed.
What do I do for that to do auto crit?
You would simply set the crit rating on the weapon that you're using to 0, and then you'd update again. So on your sheet, you would go
You make me
on
do work
to-
here.
Yep. So you'd set that crit range to 20, and then you just change that to 0, and then it automatically crits.
Okay.
I updated it for you, but I'm not sure if that's the right Shadow Blade, because no, that's the wrong Shadow Blade. Yeah,
I'm not using Shadow Blade. Shadow Blade's gone because I was
Oh,
incapacitated.
right. So that's not that one. That's not even that
I'm
one.
using
Which one
Blossom's
was it?
End, and then I'm gonna hit him
Blossom's
with
End.
the Smuggler's Short Sword.
Okay, Blossoms and Short Sword, crit range set to 0. Smuggler's Short Sword. Crit range set to 0 for now. Applied.
All right.
Good to go.
So he's automatically blinded. Because the sword allows crits, you get blinded, no save.
Yeah.
So he's getting double critted now.
Correct. He's blinded in the event he survives this as well. You might just be destroyed in the process here. Let's see.
I'm just gonna do all my. Well, no. If I kill him, I'm gonna attack the other guy.
Yep. There's less damage as well, so it might be all of them. 16, 19 on 1, 29, 16, 19, 29, 31, 35, 41.
Not dead.
Not dead. 11, near death's door.
Oh. Okay, that's my turn and bonus action.
Alright.
Then we can probably turn my swords back to not nuclear.
Heard. because I have the changed Lycans to nuclear because he's gonna go next against the same guy. Let's see.
It's clobbering time.
Alright, and then no longer set to abusive crit range. Lycan, it is your go. For
Did you change
simplicity's
it
sake,
to something?
no, you're fine. For simplicity's sake, he is near death's door. It is gonna be lethal if you connect because it crits. You have advantage. Hits consider critical.
Bye bye.
Yeah, should be just considered straight lethal.
Is he dead?
Yep, because I don't believe you can roll lower than. I mean, you're tempting with rolling a 1 on your D8.
I always roll 1 on fucking damage. So many times.
But no, that is still lethal because you have 1 more D8 to roll, and that would do it.
Gonna shuffle LMFAO style up to here. Or up to here.
Fair enough. We got TikTok dancing, Fortnite dancing, and shuffles.
I'll start emoting as I walk up to astral punch this guy.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It will go back to being at normal because he is not a held person, and that concentration will also end with him just out of play for simplicity's sake.
Oh, that's right.
Concentration will also
My
end.
swagger seems less inspired now. Did I hit him?
But at 17 would have connected, yeah. Taking left side as normal would have connected.
Fuck's sake! I fucking hate Lycan's damage rolls.
One after one.
He rolls ones all the time,
He's just cursed.
and he
with the
gets
D8.
fucking critted in damage every time.
Have you
Fuck
thought
you,
about
Lycan.
just rolling better?
I've done nothing but think about it.
Have you
Alright,
thought about making a paladin named Proctor to replace him?
Proctor wasn't much better, to be honest.
That's true. He was almost just as bad on the damage rolls. A little bit more consistent hitting, but damage rolls did just about the same. All right, that's 2 attacks so
This the bonus attacks. Actually,
far. Haste and then bonus, technically.
well, I might want to use a bonus to heal red.
Oh, okay. So this would be your haste then, and then you'd have bonus to do that. You just have 1 more attack then. If you're gonna
But
healing
I,
word.
I
attempt.
actually I can't healing word because of the evocation. Never mind.
You can attempt it. It is a leveled spell, but you'd risk losing it.
I mean,
I'm probably not even.
I think
gonna
you
be able to
guys.
give much.
I think you guys got this. Like,
Yeah, I'm just gonna punch him.
Okay. So that is 3 more attacks, unless you want to use the key point for 4. That does hit. Applied. That one will
That
not
one
though.
doesn't.
As that one goes straight into the wall. That force punch. Gang
It
up
does
is
indeed, yeah.
1, 2, 16 does not connect, just misses. At 15 or higher
Is
on
it-
your base
is it-
roll.
Too late to stunning strike him on that 21 punch. It is, isn't it?
Yes, because it would have affected your rolls if he failed.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Shit. So how many punches was that?
That
1,
was 2.
2, 3,
Yeah, that's all
4,
your
5.
2 from
5?
Yeah, 2 from action, 1 from haste, 2 from bonus action. Unless you key pointed, you're out of
Right.
attacks.
Who's next? He's next.
Yep.
He's probably gonna kill red. Alright, I'm gonna spend a key point to have another swing.
As noted, normally declare before triggering bonus action, but I'll allow it.
Right, okay.
You can go for 1 more attack though.
Aha! Can I spend another key point to stun him?
Yeah, go for it.
I'ma do it.
Normal, submit.
We don't have to fight anyone else after this.
19 succeeds against 17, I'm afraid.
Oh. Fuck these guys. Fuck Lycan, I'm gonna switch.
Oh, we can kill off another character? Nice!
So, with that, at end of turn, let's see, pass it over to here, reactions back. Red, you've just gotten back up, and it doesn't know what that jolt feature is. He doesn't know you're currently conscious. Oh no, you just stood up and wailed at the other guy. You definitely knows you're
Yeah, I
conscious. Never
stood
mind.
up and just
I
like
was like, wait a
Almost
minute,
stabbed
he
him.
just got up, yeah. I don't know, for a second I was like, he's still on the ground. No, he just got up and just was wailing. Yeah, so he definitely is going to take the most strategic approach and go for you first. Bonus action is going to try to attempt that cantrip to start himself off for his combo. A 12 will not favor his combo too well. So he will go to his normal attack. First one triggers advantage because he casted it. Can't. That's a crit.
I'm down.
Okay.
Nothing I can do. I can't shield it. So
Yep. Last attack as the second attack as action is Queen targeting. And normal. 15 just connects. 15 damage as well. As it goes to Kalor. Mark this down to
Okay.
7 for you.
Back out and back in.
See, Red has gotten knocked down. The Queen just got hit as you step in, seeing the attacks go
Hot
through.
shot.
Hits. Good damage.
Red, you won't believe it. I'm gonna roll Snake Eyes again.
Oh.
I hope so.
It's the name of this episode.
There we go.
Oh.
Finally, more than 2.
There we go. And then Revolver again.
Hurt. Connects. 9 damage.
Nice.
He is now wounded.
Okay, back in there. And then Queen. Force and Powers Rend.
Certainly
Yay,
connects.
finally. Double-digit damage on Queen. I'm proud of it.
She's improving.
This
Max damage too.
no, she's
Very nice.
and
Heard.
actually,
E.
hang on. I'll have the Queen go up first.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
see if I can get a bit of fucking blinking bit.
Heard. E reactions back. Your go.
All right. Just this one guy left.
Correct. One guy left. He is currently wounded, close to staggering, but not staggering yet.
And is Red is up now, right?
Red was up. Now, and then he went down.
I'm
Now he's
up.
just up again, but he is technically prone. So he's up.
Oh,
But
yeah,
not
Down
I'm-
and get up again. Gotcha.
Fine.
I'm going
by up.
to.
I'm literally Chumbawamba down here.
Yeah.
He's doing the worm. That's
I'm going to. Mind Sliver. Only thing I can do for 3 damage.
This time he won't counterspell because it's not gonna kill him.
What?
Who would have guessed it? Fails. 1d4 reduction on next saving throw. Takes 3 damage.
Nice.
And holding at the ceiling there, no additional movement or actions.
No, I'm just gonna hold there.
Alright, Red getting up from prone, start his turn.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna lie there and just enjoy the view. No.
Hope he doesn't hit me this time.
I'll move to here.
Okay.
And I will.
That will turn out to be plus 3, because 2 from Queen and 1 from Lycan, because he has the extended reach at the moment.
Alright, I'm gonna hit with Booming Blade from the Blossom's End.
Heard. That will connect.
And then he takes an extra plus D4 off that.
Staggering. And now marked with 2 effects.
I'll hit with Blossom's End again.
Connects. Death's Door after damage.
Smuggler's Short Sword.
Connects. And is lethal. Ending combat.
Alright, done. Oh, don't feel so good.
It doesn't.
And Red's like checking his breath for frost. It's like, it's not working like it's supposed to.
No frost, not at all. Just the
I
heavy
must not.
taste of iron.
I must not be that hurt.
Hey, you're fine.
Arm cuts cut off. 'Tis a flesh wound. I'm not breathing frost.
I
Yeah.
will. I will take the chalice and down it to take 50 HP up.
Okay. What looks to be the dice, the cups, and the very nice table are just completely squished because of
Uh,
something.
Oh,
No one knows what that was. That's just
it could be
giant
anything.
invisible force.
maybe we
I'm
should.
gonna use Rod of the Pack Keeper to get a 4th level spell slot back.
But you will notice this area does seem to be somewhat of a small commons room. There's bookshelves on either side, but all the books appear to be so withered with age and time that simply touching them might cause them to turn to dust. Even the spines themselves. The indications of crates and barrels, but the smell of rottenness is quite foul as you kind of calm down from the adrenaline of combat.
Question:
Yes.
would mending, like if you like, because these books they're like on the brink of destruction, would mending fix that?
Let me double check for you. Let's go here. Find any examples to confirm. Because it does, normally speaking, like if it was a piece of paper destroyed, you would, if you were to mend it, it wouldn't actually repair the ink that was on it per se. It would just simply repair the paper itself. But this is
Ah,
more like in a state where all of the pieces are just technically still there, and the slightest touch will cause them to wither completely. So in theory they're all connected, but I would think if they're in that tiny little bit of pieces, when you would mend them, it's just almost the same as if you had a piece of paper with a word on it cut in half and you mended it. It wouldn't repair the words unless the words were on the bottom half. Like if you had a piece of paper cut into three and you only had two pieces, you put them in mend, try to fill that gap, it would be just white space instead of words written upon it, for example. So, but I'll
gotcha.
double check if I can find any source that might confirm. Because technically speaking, the pieces are there, but
It doesn't really matter. Like I don't have mending. I was just asking more out of curiosity.
fair enough.
all this shit.
Well, that was a great conversation.
Yes. So for just for reference.
The viewers at home, that's what that was for.
Yeah.
Damn, if I had wish and I did this.
Actually, a wish could perfectly
Damn,
restore
if
the
I
book
had
to its
$1
original
million.
form. You know, wish could work. Mending can only repair a single break or tear, no longer the one-foot-end dimension. It does not restore lost material or reversed age-based decay, such as rot, brittleness, or fading ink. The crumbles, fadedness, or missing entire pages at this current point, even if mending could stitch pieces together, it could not restore the illegible ink or missing sections of the book itself. Um, Fabricate could, in theory, return some of it, but yeah, otherwise you'd have to figure out another way to do it, or someone had to scribe it way 1,000 years ago. It had to scribe it for you. In this case, they're just too gone. But good to know if you had the
Gotcha.
spell. It is a Friday. You have to ask.
I gotta ask everything I can.
I have a hunch that no, anyway, everyone do their thing.
Lycan is going to cast Aid on his three friends.
Red is hoping he can no longer be red for a minute on his token.
Yeah, there you go.
Ugh.
Take 5 HP maximum, kids, and 5 hit points as well.
So,
I don't know how to do that on
Nice.
this sheet.
what was it?
No, the aid thing, it's really hard to put on the sheet.
Put go to your HP, and then next to your total HP, put the new total in brackets. So that way you know that that's not your full total, just for the next 8 hours.
So sorry, who all gets this?
Everyone, right?
Hello,
Everyone.
E, red. Everyone but me.
Yep.
It's
And
kind of bullshit.
sorry, how much temp?
5.
5. No, not temp. You
Yeah,
get
it's
5. Your hit point
No,
maximum
it's
increases by
aid.
5, and you give
Yeah.
5 normal hit points as well.
Correct.
Now I've got a hunch. I was next to this door casting spells, and a whole fight broke out, and no one opened the door.
Yeah, no one did open the door.
So I'm thinking it's some kind of closet down there that keeps all their. I'm just gonna open the door.
Sure.
Whoop, mimic. Get
It's a
trolled.
closet. The smell of rotten food and decay is outright atrocious. Stepping into the room requires a con save.
Really?
It's that bad.
Ah.
It does not seem like these creatures are living off of the food here. It seems like this is food from thousands of years old, that they're just somewhat technically preserved but damaged. You maintain your stomach, but not for long as you survey the area. And you know that your time is probably fleeting before it gets regurgitated.
So it's all rotting stuff, right?
Yeah, it did look like they tried to preserve this area, but something in the past must have damaged these things at a certain time, and they opened up, or either time caused them to open up, and they have been just kind of now spoiled.
I think this is probably an excellent place to hide something. Can I sprinkle oil around the room and then light it on fire?
That's gonna stink so bad.
No, it'll burn off all the rot away, and then if there's metal or items, they'll be revealed.
Yeah. Sure. It'll take some time, I would imagine. That's not the spell will be awful, but it will take some time to do. But you could start the process, come back when it's done, see if you find anything.
Yeah, I'll start light the room on fire to burn away the rot, and we'll see if anything's there when we get back. If we
Sure.
come back.
that is an assumption at this point. But yeah, fair enough. Assume for intents and purposes that it is starting fire.
Remember when this was a scouting mission?
Increase that
I
volume
mean,
on that
good
a
work,
little.
Ecclesias.
Thanks. I tried really hard.
You're supposed to try your best on Fridays.
That's why I was being super sneaky.
So, you see a hallway that leads further down, although one section appears to still be intact. Further down does not seem to be. It seems to kind of fall into a cave area, probably about 10 feet or more descent. Hard to tell with a certain angle that you have, but you're able to see down there and able to see the cave within that area due to your extended vision. Your passive's not setting off any inclinations of traps or anything like that as you move through the hallway.
I should use this time to give everybody super dark vision again, because it's been long rest.
Yep. You could for an hour.
That only lasts an hour.
It's true. So do not dilly dally.
There you go, guys. I'll dap up everybody. Just handshakes all around.
Just
we
does
didn't,
a handshake and your eyes just whiten.
We didn't short rest then, right? Or did we short rest during that period or not?
Just now.
No?
No, not to my understanding.
You'll burn in the closet.
I believe people just gathered themselves and
Okay, that's cool.
threw a match in a room so
I don't
far?
know if Ecclesias wanted to get back his spell slots.
I used my because I didn't think we were going to short rest because everyone was so healthy. I used my Rod of the Pack Keeper, so I got 2 4th levels.
Red's on the ground, fucking bleeding. Everyone's really healthy. He's good.
Well, yeah, you drank your thing. If you
Exactly.
didn't drink it, I was going to be like,
caught up to
oh,
some
nice,
burning
short
shit.
rest time, baby,
Alright.
let's go.
All right, fine. Whatever.
He's doing well.
But somebody had to drink. Oh.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So with that in
Peek.
mind,
It's a door.
okay, there is a door. Not just any door. A big, very big door. Let me grab here. Find my wording exactly.
Looks like just a closet, guys. Probably rotting stuff behind that too.
Exactly.
Well, I've seen enough. Let's go home. Fuck that necromancer guy.
Let's just
What's
tell
he gonna
Cost.
do?
Yeah, we
Come
found the
kill
orb.
me?
So, this towering obsidian door interlaid with pounds of gold on its exterior, spanning nearly 20 feet in height, looms over the entrance to whatever is beyond. The surface is smooth yet edged, luminous silver runes, shifting in a slow hypnotic pattern like celestial constellations in motion. The frame is constructed of a deep violet stone, veins of faintly glowing arcane energy pulsing through it like a heartbeat. At the center, a grand emblem, an 8-pointed arcane sigil, radiates an eerie, flickering blue light. The inscriptions seem to be depicting something, but at glance, indecipherable. But you just see that as what is down below here. Down below here. And then, as noted, there's now you can see it is clearly a 10-foot drop down into a cave area here, as this portion seemed to have collapsed at some point in time.
What are these? Are they just...
Those appear to be places for torches or the scones, but no light source emanating from them. And it's considered bright light within 5 feet of this door here for reference due to the lights. Otherwise, it is still dim. So, examining the door, trying the other hallway, doubling back and seeing where things go that way. What would you like to do?
I mean, if I'm going to protect an orb, it's going to be behind some massive, impressive doors like that.
We also don't have a way to fight the Medusa.
The Medusa might not be here.
That is a gamble. You can
That is-
certainly try and see what.
That is certainly some hopeful optimism. Where's
but
all of this coming from?
It was
Well, it
noted
seems so evidence of a
by
Medusa.
the wizard. They have taken times of preparation at some point in time by the wizard from the Silver Dawn, and so the Arcane Knights, that before they got turned into stone men, noted that they had taken some preparations which you have not found evidence of just yet. But you may be right. Maybe beyond is the answer of what you seek.
Oh, I'm sorry, by
Alright.
the way.
Okay, DM, you're dropping hints like hardcore. So that we got to go down to the other bit.
Said, you want to bet?
I'm just
Yeah, you're right.
noting,
There's no Medusa there.
just noting information that you are aware of. That is all. You can certainly try the door. Just as you certainly try to become a giant T-Rex. Or become an invisible giant T-Rex. It is possible. The outcome may be different, though.
We could have a peek down here, but I imagine it's just going to be more of those knight dudes. More of those mage knight dudes.
Well, if the Mage Knight do seem quite, although they're extended in lives, they seem quite civilized. They play dice. They sit on furniture. I don't think they'd want to sit down in some sunken ruin.
Isn't that what this whole place is?
Well, this place has, up there has chairs. Down here does not.
As you look down below, you would see evidence of water, a passageway, a large entrance of water, or exit of water for that matter. And it seems like the cave does go back further down below from whence you came. And then there's a pathway that leads slightly to the north, and there is a bluish light, almost like a wall of it right here. Very faintly kind of blocked by the wall over here that you're able to notice as you get closer here. It seems to flicker, so it's not always there.
Without our familiars, we can't scout properly.
Well, we do have that one, and I point to Ecclesis.
Yes, and Lycan, you're quite fleet of foot with your perception.
I can just fly there. Why not?
Okay.
I go. It's Friday.
Nope.
I'll jump down onto the sand.
Okay.
Assuming it's
I'm
sand.
moving.
As you make your way
Bullet
this
spawns.
way, yes, actually, multiple, not just one. Let's see. As you make your way there, E, what you will notice is that blue flickering light seems to almost emanate an arcane power. You have felt this power once before, and that was only when you accidentally pissed off the Fey Lord in your demiplane and almost were annihilated. You felt the power coming from that Fey Lord is almost similar, or if not equal to, maybe even greater, than the power displayed out of the burst of anger that it had when you played a little game that went a little too far, even for the Fey, emanating from that northern section. To the south, the water seems unnaturally still.
Okay. I'm gonna move like as stealthily as I can. I'm gonna look back at the party, and I'm gonna be like waving my arms like crazy, and then you guys can interpret that however you want.
Like, does it mean go forward? Does it mean bad? We don't know. It's Friday.
You want us to follow him?
Up to you to decide.
Red
gonna
cast
stealth.
banishment on Ecclesis. No, I'm joking.
Lycan's just gonna watch from a respectable distance.
Sorry. So
mean-
like this feeling, it feels like just like an innate power emanating, or does it feel
Yes.
like
Seems somewhat innate. And as you round the
Okay.
corner, you will notice something in one of the two very intimidating cells. Within and around, you will notice that the ceiling itself above, even with the extended vision bestowed upon you, seems almost lost in shadow. Faint glimmers of arcane starlight drift across this domed surface of this remnant of the room. It seems as if a long faded spell meant to simulate the cosmos. Inscribed in the room are arcane glyphs, but it seems as the marks have been overridden by something older, darker, and far more malevolent. You see a creature on its knees, chained by infernal sigils, seemingly bound to the ground. It looks over to you, slowly raising its head, but you can almost feel, even though it is barely between living and ethereal, the weight of its chains still seem to manifest. It looks towards you. A mixture of human-like hands still remaining, but its face long faded into its skull. Bluish arcane energy replacing where his eyes once were. A power at the top of his head as if a third eye of arcane energy begins to glow brightly. A circle around its chest seems to be animating its body by arcane energy alone.
Hmm. I'll wave to it.
You notice it seems to, as it kind of looks towards you, and then it looks towards almost something nearby you, and the flicker of light will show once again, and you'll see that this section here, I'll draw it for you as it continues to flash in and out, is flashing with energy, and you can see glyphs and wards appear. It seems like he doesn't say anything. Not that it seems he's incapable of doing so, but it seems like he realizes it's redundant, is the feeling you get, because you're on the opposite side of this wall. But he does acknowledge you waving.
I'm going to. Let's see. This is gonna be stupid. Can I use this even? Transmutation? Nah, that's not gonna be good. I'm gonna use minor illusion. Can I use minor illusion to like write words in the air?
Yes, you can.
All right. I'm gonna write "What's your deal" in the air,
Okay.
but I'm gonna write it backwards so that I can read it.
Then hope he understands if he can read backwards. Um,
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Luckily, most of those letters are the same backwards.
Yep. He will simply stare at you once again as he. It seems as though he can recognize the arcane energy, even being held in his stasis. He recognizes you using arcane magic, and he looks back over to you. But it doesn't seem like he conjures anything. You figure an energy that a creature that emanates such magical power may be able to mimic something as a cantrip, such as a minor illusion, but with the chains binding him and the clearly nefarious symbols and totems within the room around him seem to probably suppress any ability he might be able to manifest of the arcane.
I know that like I'd have to roll for it, but could I try to conjure a mage hand on the other side of the wall? It is a conjuration.
You would know that it would normally be a roll. However, as you attempt to do it, it gets refunded back to you, even though it's not technically a spell slot. So you get the feeling that there is a magic, either repulsion or negation in this area, as if probably to seal the area from magic usage.
Then can I use my? I'm gonna try it to summon a mage hand again, but on this side of the wall.
Okay, that would still require you to. Our main chance would be a cantrip, so that would still fail, but it doesn't feel like the same. If you can notice the difference, like one is something in the area that is just kind of almost kind of a field area of effect or a layer. This one seems almost more intent, like it's focused, like it was a faster response of negating your ability. I don't know why I thought Mage Chance was a level 1 spell for some reason for a second there.
Do have dispel magic, but I feel like this guy. Can I assume this guy's pretty evil?
You're not certain at all. I mean, there's demonic sigils and symbols around him, but if he was evil and using those symbols, why did he keep himself there?
True. This guy's a good guy. I trust him completely.
Did we see any statues of what we could assume to be Malaga on the way in? Or is it just a song?
You had seen statues, but they appear to be one of a Viking warrior and that of a dwarf warrior as well. It did not seem like you had noticed a statue dedicated to the Arcane Lord, which either means that maybe they were destroyed or taken down maybe by the Medusa, or those are in maybe the Grand Hall or Throne Room or something of that effect, or he wasn't someone who desired to have such depictions of himself. But you don't have a reference to what Malagar would look like. So
Hmm.
it could be anything or anyone, but it is bound here.
I'll minor illusion chill here for a sec, and I'm gonna move over this way.
Okay, as if it was going anywhere.
He's like, he just shrugs like, yeah, all right, bro.
I haven't been here for 1,000 years. I'll stay here a little bit longer. It's fine. Don't worry about me. You will notice the extremely still blue water. You'll notice it's a very deep blue, and kind of as it gets towards the kind of archway, it becomes almost kind of a deep dark blue near black. And then you'll see to the south a staircase that's leading upwards that seems to lead to the same platform area that would be to the right of where you had come in from. And you do see the door that leads to the right passageway that indicates that this kind of goes full circle. If you would have went to the right, you would have came
Okay.
here and then wrapped around to the other side.
All right, I'm going to fly back here. Like they're about there. Let me check the distance here. I can go a little bit further. Come over here, and I'm gonna take out one of my 1,000 ball bearings.
Sure.
I'm gonna throw it into the water.
Okay. Give me a strength or dexterity. That's quite a fun kind of throw. See if it lands in the water or not at that distance.
Eh.
It just rolls 5 feet. Yeah, you go back and you're like ready to throw this from like 50, not 50, more like, what was it, 30, 40? No, 50. About 50 feet away at the closest distance. 55 to at least get it in the water clearly, and you chuck it about 5 feet from you because you lose your grip on the ball bearing. It slips out. Just
I
lands on
look
the
back
ground.
at the. I look back at Red angrily and say, like, "Why'd you do that?"
Red just looks with a stern, emotionless, and then shakes his head.
Stop distracting me. And I'm gonna do it again.
Okay, go for it.
Shit.
I will say it just passes. The distance, it doesn't even like skip. It just kind of plops in the water a little bit and then like sinks. It's not a pleasant bounce, see any reaction. It just sinks. It might not be wise to throw it at that distance, but at least you managed to technically hit it.
All right. Does the water ripple at all when it goes in?
Barely.
Oh, sweet, free water. I'm gonna fly over and fill up my water flask.
Okay.
Christ.
That's a lot of feet away from us.
Did you motion your party at all to come down at all? Or you just like, just shout a little bit more, get some water in my water
Good
skin.
enough for me.
They saw arms waving. They can do what they want.
Alright, Kalor, what you doing back there? You just patching up Queen, fixing some...
Oh no, I'm stuck still. I was just like trying to move a bit and then.
Oh, you're stuck. Okay, I didn't see that you were stuck.
The Lord and Queen have been stuck there for like the last 10 minutes while
Oh, okay. Here, let
Jesus is
me know if you can move now.
Yeah,
doing some
okay.
shot put.
I think I just like instructed Queen to just like keep an eye behind us.
Okay.
And I'm
Fair
just
enough.
like just probably tinkering with like my gun or something like that.
So, Red, you did jump down. The Lycan's still up top, though, and you're just kind of watching E as he throws the one ball bearing, throws another ball bearing, and then just rushes over with the water skin to go fill up the water.
He's like a chaotic agent of experimentation.
Yeah, fair enough.
Better him than me, he says.
Alright, E, as you start filling up the water skin with this very deep blue water, you will think you heard something further in the water, almost like a popping sound. kind of rolls over itself. But the water doesn't shift. What do you do?
I'm gonna turn my back and fly away.
Yeah, I was
Nothing
gonna
ever. Cool guys don't look at water.
say, I was gonna say, you're gonna turn your back and count to 10. You have the survival instinct of a horror movie protagonist.
Go for a
But-
swim! Wow! No.
That's exactly what I want to do. Alright. So as you turn around and begin to fly a little bit, something pelts you on the back. Not enough to deal damage, but it stings a little bit. And you notice as you turn around and look down at the ground, there is one of your 2 ball bearings in the sand, kind of in the sandy dirt.
This motherfucker. I'm throwing 6 ball bearings in there.
Okay. We'll leave it there. Yes. You
I don't know
begin
what to
to
do,
like,
man.
you get hit in the back,
The
and
cliffhanger.
you're like turn like reaching into the ball bearings, like, oh, it's on. You look back towards the water. Uh, it is time, so we will leave it there. Come back next time to figure out what's going on with that skeleton, half not skeleton thing over there, and what's in the water throwing these ball bearings back, and is it truly friend? Or is it not friend? We'll see next time.